Welcome back, everybody. Beans and Rice Podcast, April 12th. It's good to be here. Good to have you. Number one comedy podcast in Utah with the number one fan base in Utah, in my personal opinion. It is your boy, the Butter Pecan.
Puerto Rican.
Host. And next to me, we have the ever so grateful, the ever so peaceful Zen Master,
The peaceful protester.
Jimmy
Tatsumaki.
Next to him, who do we have?
My caretaker, my caregiver, my provider.
Filomeno
El
El Jíbaro. And below him,
If it gets cold, you're wondering why it's snowing yesterday. You know what I mean?
well,
That
Larry the Winter Soldier.
the Winter Soldier.
He's in there, manning the chat, making sure everyone stays safe.
Be careful out there. Message from Workers' Compensation Fund, okay? And then there's your boy. It's beefy.
666.
And if you heard that voice, a lovely voice next to me, you're wondering, what's going on?
Not Return to the Mac, but almost the Mac.
The return to Oz on the ones and
The
twos.
twos.
The Wizard of Oz.
Alice.
Ice Agent.
Alice. Emphasis on the ice.
And not in the bodega,
Yeah,
but in Beanerland,
Yeah.
get a little bit of the background.
Mr. J48.
K48.
Hobby.
Let's go.
Viva Cristo Rey.
Let's go.
And we got a very special guest with us today, a friend of the
Well-
podcast.
Watch us, okay?
Some people, we refer to him as the alopecia assailant. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
I go by the name of the Pasty Gangster, the Intercontinental Champion, the host of the number one podcast in Utah. I was proud of that today. All around.
Here, baby.
Will Wonder. Thanks for having me, guys.
And you guys thought the belt has two W's for what?
For Will Wonder.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Will Wonder. Fucking,
Yeah.
come on, Vince McMahon, you
Appreciate it.
freaking idiot,
Moron.
They copied his championship, you know what I mean? He had the prototype.
Yeah, currently he's in discussion with Armando Armani for copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I got the shirt on.
Because he
Shout out to Armando.
Yep.
Because first he took the logo from the World Wildlife Foundation, right?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what they did.
And that's why there's so many animals that have gone extinct.
fuck pandas. You know what
Yep.
I mean? Now, because nobody knew about the WWF with the panda,
No.
and now what happened?
Wait,
Well,
there's a panda?
Not anymore. They're extinct.
Not anymore,
Are you
yeah.
paying attention now? What's going
So if you
on?
look at some of the organizations and the animals that represent these organizations, have you seen these organizations fall to the wayside, aka Panda Express?
Okay.
Oh.
Most of their profits would go to the pandas, but they've been falling way before COVID, thanks to Vince McMahon. On top of that, Echo Unlimited. Have you seen Echo Unlimited?
Oh,
The white
Where
rhino?
are the rhinos?
Where is it?
The white rhinos exist no
Huh?
more.
Exactly.
And people still talk
They
about
got
white
canceled.
supremacy.
The black
Yeah.
rhinos? How many black? They're fucking overpopulation right now, huh?
Right now they are.
So,
And where are they getting welfare from? It's not from
Oh
themselves.
my god.
all right. Good to see y'all. I'm going to head out.
Mark Echo's bankrupt, guys. All I'm trying to tell you. Vince McMahon put Echo Unlimited out, and now all these rhinos are dying.
So can you tell us how the death of the rhinos has affected you, Will?
Well, so Mark Echo 2006 to 2012, I was in the clothing nonstop. Red Echo shirts, big baggy jeans. And then, as you said, Vince took that away. And ever since then, I've been trying to fill that void with LRG and other clothing companies, and it's just not the same. So it sucks. It sucks if you want me to be honest.
Yeah. He's got the LRG giraffe behind him, speaking
he
about
does.
LRGs, you know what I mean?
They're still around.
They're still around.
Don't mess that up, Vince.
Yeah. And how do you feel that they stole the WW now, World Wrestling from Will Wonder, you
Yeah.
know, the number one podcast to warehouse?
In Utah.
Thank you. Again, I've talked to Armando. We're working on some things. I don't want to divulge too much because it's very early in the trial.
That sounded hot, He wants to divulge,
Yeah.
Keep
Not even
making
a trial
contact
yet. I
with him.
apologize. So
Yeah.
So that's all you're gonna say?
that's it. You know what? I can't divulge. Armando told me very specifically, don't talk about it.
A man of few
Man,
words
a few words, yeah,
and
yeah.
few hair follicles. So
It's very true.
We're not gonna get too much out of him. You think so, House?
it doesn't sound like that.
Maybe if
His
we
lips
ask
are
nicely,
sealed.
you think if we ask nicely, he'll
Listen,
tell
we can talk about other. I can't talk about that.
us?
I've been
Show
told.
some respect, Jose. God
Hey,
damn.
Clay,
Thank you.
First of all, HOVI, did he show respect last week?
Absolutely not.
Huh? Was he here last week or was
Yeah,
it
he
Alice?
was. No. I was hoping you'd remember something he did.
Can you pull it together?
I forgot I forgot if he had done something, so I was hoping you knew what he did. I don't know.
Well,
what he did.
HOVI, we can say he tried to be nice. He's been trying to butter us up, So what did Javi do for us today, Alice? You know, he said he's got, you know,
What did Javi do? Oh, Javi brought us a gift from Armando Armani.
you know. So now we're matching. What did you get us? What are these?
He got us some
Damn.
Rolexs.
Rolex Casallos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of gifts, I have something for you. I know
Already?
You guys, yeah, I'm gonna bring it out real quick.
Hey, come on, dude, you pervert! Come on,
Smile.
you know?
Close your
What's
eyes.
the- Epstein. What's that? What is it? Weinstein.
Open
Okay, I'm
your
gonna hand it to you
mouth.
first.
Ooh.
Press
So
pass.
I know you guys,
Len Bias,
one of my
probably.
favorite podcasts, but also you're into the weird shit, right? So that's a Mark Jackson card, but do you see anybody in the crowd that might stick out to you? In the corner there, 1989, brothers, the Menendez brothers are
Shut
on
the
that
front
card.
door.
Yeah,
How about that?
and that
What
was
was it?
after they
New
killed
Kids
their
on the
parents.
I
Block?
didn't see this.
So I thought you could add it somewhere in the bodega.
We'll put it with you know, in the Blair
Annabelle.
Witch. You know, with
Yeah.
Annabelle.
With
all the
Annabelle,
dark
it may
energy,
make sense.
You know.
I totally fucking forgot Annabelle was here.
Those are the brothers. Don't
Yes,
look in
but
the
sure
eyes
doesn't
for
get
too
in your
long.
car.
So
Well, I
yeah, that's
appreciate
for
that's
me
what-
to the team.
Thank
Right
you. That's
there.
Yeah.
Alice
That's
knows about the Melendez brothers. You think so?
Oh, she clearly researches it quite a
You
bit.
know?
That's
She is an ICE agent though,
wild.
so she has to know.
You got to know the mind of a criminal, and who
Yeah.
better than the
Right?
And
I am.
Menendez brothers, yeah.
But what about Javi? You guys in the Catholic community, how do you guys feel about the Melendez family? You know.
Hopefully God forgave them, you know. But that's all I can say on that matter.
You know?
They failed on the fourth commandment.
They did fail, but you know, God is merciful. He's forgiving. He's a loving God. So
Amen.
you don't know.
Amen.
I
And
don't know.
Easter's
Amen.
coming up, so obviously he forgave someone.
He has risen.
You know.
Not yet.
Shout
Not
out to
yet.
Christ. You
Yeah.
know?
What do you mean not yet? He has.
What do you mean? It's on Saturday.
Is he
Yeah.
still on the
Whatever.
cross?
Friday, Good
He
Friday.
has risen.
Yeah, come on, Javi. Okay, sit down. But maybe another thing you think that can rise with Alice.
Math
You know,
and
Gotta
Is that
use my
what? Oh,
calculator.
the holidays.
you can arise a couple holidays for us, Alice. You think so, or
Possibly.
maybe? And it's what day is it today, host? People that are forgetting, you know.
April 12th. I already
April
told you guys.
12th.
Keep
Remember,
up,
guys,
please.
you know?
Simmer down.
It's not April 11, you freaking idiots. Come on. Jesus Christ.
The first holiday is National Education and Sharing Day.
Oh,
Ooh.
There will be a lot of education on this podcast. I promise you that much.
And a lot of
Every day.
sharing.
sharing
Yep.
as well.
There's already been sharing.
Yep.
Will
Oh
Wonder
yeah, can you already share with us?
bestowed gifts upon us.
Can you remember when? Can you tell us when you were a kid? You know, maybe you got to go to class. Remember, it's maybe what grade is it? Third or fourth? You think so?
Go with fourth grade.
Fourth grade? You think so?
Okay.
Who was your teacher?
Fourth grade, Miss Matthews.
Come on, Miss Matthews. You know, related to Wesley or not?
No, she was white, and
was white?
Well, that doesn't mean she can't be related to him, but no, she was not.
She was not related to Wesley Matthews. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, you had a little Easter. You know, or maybe it was what other holidays happened when you were in school? Halloween.
Oh, forget about it.
So what would you share? You know, oh, you got to tell your mom. Oh, mom, you know, we're gonna have a Cinco de Mayo. You know, back when they
Oh.
started taking it over.
Mhm.
So what would you?
As a white child, for
Well, I
Cinco
didn't
de
ask you. I was
Mayo.
just saying. As a you know, as a regular person.
I thought that's
know?
what you were going with. Oh, a regular person.
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, I would have brought some candy. It's a celebration.
No
Candy as a
piñata?
fourth grader. You know, the piñata probably would have been there. I would have probably had my friends bring the piñata because I'm not well versed, especially in fourth grade, on good to bad piñatas. You need a good piñata for that celebration. You don't want one swing and it breaks. Kind of ruins the fun.
Would it be bad? You think so, host? If like, because for us, you know, we're very diverse, multicultural. You know what I mean? So what would happen if a white person buys like a colored piñata? Would it be a hate crime or what would happen?
I think we've discussed this before. If anything, it's a big up and props to that specific culture, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
they're supporting it.
would I just bring a clear piñata?
Nobody's ever giving you a hard time. You go
Absolutely not.
to the Mexican panaderia.
I want to let you know the truth. Growing up, my nickname was Milkweed. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the film Blood In, Blood Out. That was my nickname.
Alice laughed because you know blood
Alice
in,
must
blood
know.
out.
I have
She's
no
the girl.
idea.
You
Yeah.
know?
Oh my
Wait,
God.
are you talking about with the one that learned about your period? Blood in, blood out. Is that one?
All
Or
right.
the
Nope.
Miracle of
Okay.
Birth.
Well, I know what we're doing after we're done with the podcast. We're gonna watch a film.
That's actually a good movie. I love
Yeah.
it.
I've never heard of it.
The bees and the birds. You know, we're gonna fall for it with what?
I've heard of Bloodsport,
Not the same.
No.
Little different.
Blood
Definitely.
Diamonds.
No.
Very different.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's it for me.
I didn't even hear any of those.
I'm
I've
checked
never
out
watched
at this
any of those. But what was some of your childhood things? You know, oh, you're gonna go to a party. Remember Valentine's? You know.
Oh yeah. You
So
had
let's do that. It's Valentine's Day.
Sure.
What word are you
Fourth
bringing
grade.
to our Valentine's party?
So Valentine's rolls around. There's always that one that you got your eye on, right?
Ooh.
So I would have 4th grade, would have been X-Men, probably Valentine's for the class.
Nice.
Can you remember your fourth grade crush?
Yes. It was actually my first girlfriend,
Oh.
and my mom worked with her mother, and they talked about it, and I dumped her the next day because I didn't
It
want
was
that
too
on my-
much-
It was too much to have
Too much
that.
pressure.
Her name was Christy. Yes.
Christy. Okay,
Too
so
much pressure. Like
so Christy's
marriage.
there in the classroom.
Christy Yamaguchi is in the classroom with you.
Yeah.
So what are you? Sorry, I interrupted you, but I just wanted to know. If
No,
you know
you're fine.
Christy,
You're
so-
fine. So X-Men for everybody else, and I may have gotten Christy a bigger heart with chocolates in it.
So you did do that in 4th grade?
Yeah.
How
Man,
special.
white people are so horny from when they're kids, huh?
They really are.
You know what I mean?
Our
They
parents
already
would
got
not allow that,
girlfriends. You don't think so? Over there in the intern square?
No, I mean I couldn't have a boyfriend until I was at least 16.
Well, that's because come on.
You didn't
now.
even want one.
I didn't want one, but that was the rule. That was.
I
the
know you
rule.
speak for women, but come on, you know?
Actually, I did have a boyfriend for a week.
Yeah.
1 week.
There you
How
go.
was it? How
It didn't last long, obviously.
did you
It's been
kiss him
1
or
week
anything?
He
since he
tried to
looked at
kiss
her.
me.
And what happened? You got mad?
I couldn't do it.
You thought you were gonna get pregnant or what?
No, I just couldn't do it. I didn't find him cute.
What age was
Oh, that
this?
sucks.
I was in 7th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Aw, that's like a when it kind of counts a little
12,
bit, you know?
13, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 4th grade, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Come on,
4th
man.
grade, he was wooing these women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
Shout out
Young
to Pop Smoke.
Casanova.
Freaking
Shout out.
Ric
Yeah.
Flair over there, you know?
Claire, yeah.
What about you, Javi? So what's your Valentine's? Remember that you took a little gift, or what other gifts? You know, maybe Halloween was more your thing, or what was your thing?
Dude, we were broke, bro. We didn't
Oh,
take shit.
come on, here you
You
go.
don't remember?
I
were
took
taking-
holy water to share with the class. You know what I mean? I said a prayer. Come on, dude.
Bless you.
They gave me a
Bless
loaf
you,
of bread. I
child.
gave them 20.
I multiplied the fish, okay?
Now the fucking carps, they're fucking taking over the Jordan River, Javi. You
Fucked up
fucking
the
asshole.
Jordan River.
He brought a pestilence.
You know?
Not even like a letter?
Yeah, did
I
you
think-
write
I
right?
think-
Come
Oh,
on.
yeah.
For Valentine's, for sure, we took like the
Oh.
cards and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't remember taking candy ever. Like, I just for sure remember the cards.
I probably lied to my mom saying that I wanted it for myself, and she knew, obviously, but, because I didn't have money to buy that at the time.
Yeah.
You didn't
But
have
she
a
just
job,
played
you
along
know?
with you?
What's that?
She just played along with your whole scheme?
Yeah, she
Well,
knew.
they were, her mom and his mom and her mom were already talking about it,
Yeah.
trying to hook them up.
And I
Yeah.
dumped her, said, get at it. Don't be telling your mom
The
you got a
day
boyfriend.
after.
Oh my god.
No, not the day after
Don't be telling
Valentine's.
your
It
mom
was a
our
couple of
business. What the
Freaking perverts, you know what I mean? Come on, Miss Wonder,
That's called grooming, okay? Leave that to the cats.
Arranged marriage, Come on.
Or you can leave that to India.
But what about you, Alice,
What about
Alice, you had good ones,
Shit,
It's
she's
a
got
class,
to,
you're gonna
yeah.
take a couple of gifts, do you
Am
go
I still in
Easter?
4th grade?
Or whatever grade, you remember that you would share stuff.
I remember in 5th grade I took a cake. I can't remember exactly what we were celebrating, but I took a cake. It was tres leches, and everybody loved it.
Oh yeah. That was always fun. You bring something ethnic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, dude,
People
what's
would
this?
freak
You know?
out,
You're like,
yeah.
whoa, man.
Yeah.
Everybody's wondering what it is. You know what I mean?
They did too. They freaked out because my whole class was a bunch of whiteies.
You
And
know?
they're
Sure,
like,
you
oh
don't have to
my
look at me
gosh.
like that. I understand.
It's like, well,
They were like, we've heard,
Can I play?
they're like, we've heard about wet backs, we've never heard about wet cakes. You know what I mean? This has got a bunch of milk on it. You know?
They
yeah,
just
they
got
loved
here?
Fresh from Mexico. Shout out to all the abuelitas, okay, out there. Well, let's see. For me, I would probably, I would like bringing, let's see, so maybe when I'm a kid, what would I bring when I'm a kid, do you think, Costs? What grade do you think so?
Well, isn't that when the Frito-Lays and all those were making those bags? Like the small personal one?
Oh, with the little chips?
Yeah, so you would
That
just
is a
buy
clutch one. Because everybody's
yeah.
bringing sweets and you throw them a little
fucking
Frito.
salty.
I would take all the ones that I hate, the
Yeah.
Fritos, chili cheese,
yeah. The Lay's chips.
the vinegar,
Which I appreciate now as an adult, but as a kid,
Ah.
you don't want those.
Oh,
You want
no.
the Cheetos, the
Take the
Doritos.
Doritos.
Yeah. The Funyuns, you keep those for
Oh,
yourself.
yeah. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
But I would probably take, let's see, I think I would take more chocolates. So I was more like a chocolate guy, even though I didn't like it. I could see that they were popular.
Yeah.
but I would like to get the fruit candy in return. I'll give you a
Nice.
couple chocolates and the carts. I always like picking carts. I think those were always like pretty fun.
Yeah.
I'm a good card picker, Will.
Are you
Well-
specifying to 4th grade or no? Just in general.
I think in general, but I always like now that I'm older, I always like taking food, like
Yeah.
feeding people. Because now you can do that, but with different food. I'll try a little bit of this tongue taco, if you know what I
Lengua.
mean.
Yeah. Alice knows what's up.
Whoa.
Well, what about you in the Parque de las Bombas?
Funny enough, 4th grade was one of the years I didn't remember a lot, and I'll explain why. And most guys and even Alice will understand too. But in 4th grade, I remember buying the Valentine cards that were the NBA ones. So there was Kobe, Vince Carter,
I didn't
T
see
Mac, and Allen Iverson and shit. And I didn't realize how much of an uproar it would cause when some people were like, how come you didn't give me T Mac? How come you didn't give me? But even girls were doing it too, because I guess
take this one.
in my school, all the girls enjoyed basketball as well. So that was annoying because people just kept coming, how come you gave me Vince Carter instead of Kobe? I'm like, what the fuck did I know you were going to want?
Yeah.
Anyways, I didn't focus. I mean, I did well in school and I was there pretty much every day I could be. My teacher was so attractive and it was the biggest pair of jugs I'd ever seen at that point in my life.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm
grade?
yeah,
Okay,
and not
all right.
like gross saggy ones. She was like mid
They were turkey,
20s.
huh?
She was gorgeous. She beautiful, in and out.
Ooh.
Great personality, would laugh all the time.
How do you
I was enamored with her. I was enamored with her.
JOJ?
JOMJ.
JOJ.
Yeah. No, JOHJ. Okay, on hers, not mine. I don't want mine. I want those.
And what so did you write her a card or something like that?
Well, yeah, I would get her gifts and stuff too.
And what
but-
would you say? Oh,
Oh.
hey, you bring a little apple,
yeah.
Teacher's
And maybe
pet,
this is
huh?
where the ADA community comes in because her husband had a fucked up arm because he broke his I forget the two arms bones, but he couldn't
Is it a femur?
supinate. Is that what it's called?
Hey, that's something
Supinate?
else. Come
Supinating,
on,
yeah.
dude.
I'm
I'm pretty sure that's
familiar
what it's
with
called.
that.
So he
move.
couldn't rotate his forearm forward.
Oh.
So he'd wear his watch where the face was on the wrist,
Oh.
and he'd just bring his arm up like this. Like, this is who she's fucking married to. This fucking
Wow.
Never mind. We'll leave it like that, okay? Anyways, that's
It
what
was
I
an
remember from
arranged
4th
marriage,
grade.
you asshole.
Hey, she didn't look like she was Hindu. She looked like she was Gringa.
Man. And what, did you ever dream of her?
I don't think.
Oh, I'm sure he dreamed a lot.
You never think about her,
Yeah.
it's like, man, I wonder
sure
what happened to that teacher.
Oh, I thought of that a lot when I was a
know?
kid, even in middle school. I was like, I wish I could find this chick right now.
This chick.
Because, hey,
Hey, she was
in
young.
her
so
mind,
she was a chick, okay?
yeah,
she
in his
was
mind,
young.
still the same age. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
My first art teacher, it was like in 7th grade. HOVI, I don't think you had her, but my other brother Gabe, we had her together, Miss Lindback. Emphasis on the back.
Oh.
And Lind means beautiful in Spanish.
Yep.
Back is in English. Beautiful back, okay? So you had that thing, like Quasimodo, you know what I mean? But it was, whoo! But her husband was an FBI agent, you know what I mean?
Oh, what's
well.
his name? I probably know him.
I don't know. Mr. Lindback, okay?
No, Lynn bias.
And so he was an FBI agent and he had to go on a mission or whatever,
Oh my
so
gosh.
she had to leave only 4 months in.
Damn.
But I remember we were in science class and I was like, oh, hey, can you look at the microscope for me? Something's wrong, I took one of the lenses
You take a
out.
step back.
She's there trying to fix it. You know what I mean? Over there, Flaming
Yeah.
Gorge, okay?
No, Miss Jensen was it was Mrs., but I'd say Miss. She was a sprinter, so she had thick thighs, just strong thighs. Yeah.
A pioneer,
Dude, I don't know what I would have done if I was in middle school, because I feel in middle school it's worse.
Is that a 10?
yeah.
Elementary
In
and
your
high
pants?
school, you at least kind of get an idea, and just it's a bit more relaxed. I heard the tent joke, by the way. I'm good at camping.
He's using his powers,
He's a good camper.
Yeah. But I don't know what I would have done if it was in middle school. That would have been a tough time. Middle school, all my
It would have
teachers
been
were
a dick. I
hideous.
thought you were gonna
Dude, a
say.
bunch of swamp trolls were my middle school teachers.
Oh, yeah. That was
Thank
me in
God.
elementary.
Yeah.
It's the opposite for me.
Was it?
It was
You
all
want to tell
junior
us
high
a
school.
couple beautiful ladies? Because he went to a nice school,
Yeah.
I
He
mean, it
already
was
had
a-
girlfriends,
It,
you
was
know what I mean?
it wasn't a nice school by any means.
It was a credit union. Come on.
Junior high school, Miss HOVI.
Ooh, shout out to
HOVI, baby. It's HOVI, baby.
She was the one in junior high.
She was the one.
Christiansen.
Hey, shout out to his wife. Come on, man.
I love my wife. Okay.
Hey.
But in 7th grade, I didn't know my wife. 9th grade, Miss Christiansen, and I had a gym teacher who was really cool. Taught me how to swim, all kinds of things. Really cool guy. and everyone wanted Miss Christiansen, and it so happened that our gym teacher was getting Miss Christiansen behind the scenes, and no one would have found out. And
Oh.
one day, they decided to go into his office and lock the door and make something happen, and they got in trouble. I don't think a student saw it, but another teacher. So
He wasn't getting you
He
guys.
was jealous. He was checking on that little piece of shit.
I thought he was gonna get in trouble because he's your swim teacher. He's making you guys float on your back, having that attractive lady come around, and he's like, "Oh,
you guys all
little-
stay there.
Hey,
okay?
we were doing a doggy style, but in the water. Okay.
He's like, I got a bunch of submarines in this class. Little telescope.
Tread water for 8 minutes and 27 seconds. I'll be right back.
Dang. But that's what happened.
Yeah. I mean, and there was some in high school, but
Did they
Whatever's-
get fired or?
no. He actually moved up to the high school and taught there. I don't know what happened to her, to
Oh,
tell you the
wow.
truth. Now that I think about it, I
She
don't
got canceled. They didn't appreciate women
She
back
got
then.
canceled.
Oh,
She
yeah.
upgraded.
she was out of there after
You
that.
fucking monster. Come on, Miss Obi. Hey, we'll hire you if you want.
He's a swim teacher, for God's sake.
I can teach you how to swim and then some.
Swimming something for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's a beautiful, for national
Education day,
Yeah,
guys.
well,
education. So you learn.
Hey,
sharing
if you
all
got
of your
attractive
education,
people in
guys.
teaching, stay in
We all
school.
graduated.
That's how you learn health. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The real way. Valentine's Day, you get your crush something.
Circulation is
Healthy
very important.
relationships, you know?
That's what she said.
What else do we got, Alice?
The next one is National Only Child Day.
Well, this shit only fan. So I was like, dang.
Only child.
Mm.
Can't relate.
But Will, he's been an only child for how many years, Will?
His whole life.
Well, when I was 6, my brother had his first kid and then moved out, so I kind of felt like it.
See?
You know what I mean? He's 10 years older than me, so yeah, it's been some time. That's 30 years.
So
So
you
he
have
had
a
a kid when he
nephew
was
that's
16.
Yeah,
So you have a nephew that's almost your age?
a niece. Yes.
A niece?
Yeah, and then
Sorry,
a nephew who
niece.
isn't too far behind that. Yep.
Oh, really?
Did you feel like you had a uncle-niece relationship, or was it more like a cousin type of thing, or friends?
Hey, not like that, dude. Come on.
When I was younger,
This
more of
isn't
a
Alabama.
cousin, and then when I got older, yeah, more of an uncle for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
because I had money and I could help her out with things.
Nice.
So how was it for you? You're growing up alone,
It was cool. I mean, my parents split up young, right? So lived with my mom, and she worked a lot, so I just had the house to myself. It was great.
2 Christmases, 2 birthdays. What other 2s? 2 Easters.
To East, I mean, anything really.
Yeah. Look at that.
Everything
Winning
you put
in
your
life.
mind to.
Christmas.
So what would you do for fun, or what happens? You're alone, what's
Yeah.
going to happen when you're alone?
See, I'm a little bit older than you guys, so the internet was there,
That's right.
right? But it wasn't there. So Madden, NBA Live at the time, PlayStation, music, playing ball. That's what I did. And then other activities that I don't want to incriminate myself for on
Dude.
this podcast.
He's older than us, and he had all these things that we didn't even have.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Internet, bro.
He's like, internet, Madden. I was like, bro,
We were still trying to learn English. We just learned English 5 years ago.
I just got my PlayStation, dude. Come on, Will. The privilege, you know what I mean?
yeah,
What do you guys
indeed.
know about Napster? Nothing.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. I use Napster.
Okay, all right.
LimeWire.
LimeWire. Yeah.
Yeah,
Horrible for your
LimeWire.
computer.
Awful.
But loved it.
yeah.
I loved
Torrents, we.
See, I didn't get into the world of torrents.
You didn't?
No. It
Oh,
was
I
LimeWire.
love
Pirate
torrents.
Bay or something?
it. Pirate Bay was one. That one got
was
shut
good.
down.
BitTorrent.
BitTorrent was one.
Yeah. Terror Torrent,
There were so many. I can't even.
What do you get off that one?
Huh? you don't,
That's why
it's
you're on
in
the
there.
terror
Yeah.
list, you piece of shit.
Well,
A
people
bunch of
forget before
viruses.
the MP3, there were the mini discs. You remember the Sony mini
Oh,
discs?
yeah. Yep.
I had a cassette player, then I had a CD player, then I had a mini disc, and then the MP3.
Never had the mini disc. Just the CD Walkman.
See?
Yeah.
He didn't even. We had to work ourselves to the bigger one. This
Yeah.
guy already had the full CD, you know?
we had to climb the proverbial
Listen,
ladder.
when your parents are split up, they try to make up for it. Okay.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is true, huh?
That's what I was referring to earlier
Yeah.
with the 2
The
Christmases and
two of
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
So what are, some of the benefits,
Of your parents being split up.
Yeah. Because people are always whining, I don't, you know what I mean?
No.
Always the victims, you know what I mean? Oh,
No, not
High
at all.
school dropout rates increase.
Yeah.
Teen pregnancies a much higher chance.
Yeah.
you have girlfriends, in fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
Male pattern baldness. Maybe.
I think that's just genetic. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? My parents were better apart than they were together. So, I mean, it was all good.
But they were pretty cool, like, still talking to each other?
Yeah, they still talk to each other to this day, and that was 30 years ago they got divorced. So,
Because the Caucasian community, they can
They're
be better
better
at
with
that. You know
for
what I
sure,
mean?
Yeah.
well, I know some that, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
got a whole white family, and they don't all get along.
But how Caucasian? Are they more, more cock or more Asian?
I don't want to say
No
it in
answer.
front of these.
No? He's talking about the Asian quarter. Yeah,
Sorry.
because we were talking, I think it was the last week, like Hispanics.
Yeah.
Like a Hispanic grudge, you know what I mean?
Oh, the grudges in the Latino community are insane.
They never
yeah.
end. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I have all my really close friends are Mexican, so I know that grudge well.
Yeah, you seen a couple of grudges?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's like the...
Stabbings.
Why are you laughing at it?
Sorry.
That's not even me.
I'm still stuck when he said on these.
Can we show them what these are?
My bad. I forgot the camera didn't see the people of the.
The people.
Hey, that's what they are. They
This
are
is what
people.
these is.
Am I wrong?
Wuhan Wanda. Come on, guys. Leave her alone.
Oh shit. Okay, sorry, go on.
I forgot what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
Mexican
the grudges. The
Grudges.
Grudges, yeah.
So what are maybe, you've seen a couple hermanos and hermanas,
Sure.
What's maybe the scariest Mexican grudge you've seen somebody bestow onto another person, You saw your buddy, what is it, Lorenzo, or,
His name is Enzo. Come on.
Yeah.
Enzo, come on.
Well, if I can think back to it properly, there was a group of 4, 3 Mexicans, 1 white guy, and the white guy had to do a lot to prove that he was down. Okay.
Down for the cause.
it's a
Yeah.
gangbang guy.
And the rest of the gang of gentlemen, they're all friends, got into scuffles quite a bit, and one of them actually got picked up and dropped
Oh my god.
on a fire hydrant and broke his back.
Shit.
It's because his back was slippery because it was wet, guys.
Oh my god.
Okay?
I was gonna make that comment, but I'm glad you did.
If they would have dried it off, what would have happened? You think
Nothing would have happened. He would have rolled right off.
There
only
would have
gonna
been
be
no Mexican grudge,
Yeah, Christopher Reeves. Come on.
Only going to be a few
But-
people that really get what I just said. So if you do, shout out to you.
I didn't hear you, but
If you
I'm
guys
sure.
haven't seen Blood In, Blood Out, it doesn't make
No.
sense.
I sure
got
have.
you.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, it's
Only
gotta be the-
they're using their powers.
You mispronounced privilege.
But what about you, host? You've seen some Puerto Rican curses or something like that,
Oh, every time I go to the island, there's always some stupid grudge.
Because you told me you had a famous uncle, you know what I mean, that everybody loved him, You ever saw him throw a curse or anything like that?
Well, he started off as an engineer, and then he worked in like the music industry, and it's pretty big on the island. It's a small island, but a lot of music goes in and out through there. So once you start getting a lot of money, people that are close to you or once were expect handouts, and he wasn't going to hand anything out. He like kept receipts, as people would call them. What is it? Young people call them what? Doxing now, right? Like documented.
Oh,
Whatever.
I didn't know. I thought you said docking. I said
No, dox.
Hey,
no,
something
hey,
else. We talked about that.
You did. I remember. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, go
no,
ahead.
dox, like DOXX, which is like reference to if you claim something, I have proof that none of that is true or whatever.
Got
It's
it.
called receipts.
Like
Yeah.
Vax.
That's what I would still call it receipts. Young people, whatever. Go ahead.
Eminem
Yeah.
skeletons in the closet.
He told his mom recently. But so he had I guess it was a second cousin. I don't like listening to them, most of that stuff. They tell me if I'm at a party, I kind of half listen, half don't. But
Sure.
second cousin of his, which I guess would be a third or fourth cousin of mine, was trying to make it onto the music scene. Absolute garbage. No one really fucked with his music. So he tried getting him to do a favor for him. He's like, no, I've talked to you maybe twice in my entire lifetime. So there was a shootout in front of the studio, and all that shit. So he ended up moving to Miami, and haven't heard from him since. But I hear about the fucking bum ass third, fourth cousin of mine who
Jeez.
just is a piece of shit and doesn't work it still. But he still blames the uncle for not making it in life.
Sure.
Like still a victim mentality.
Yeah.
Like that curse, that Puerto Rican curse,
Yeah, and that's been 12, 13 years. I think 12, 13 years.
Hmm.
So
But what about you, Javi? Because Javi, because we got a little bit dark right there. You know what I mean?
Well, you asked.
So what's maybe like a positive curse in the Catholic community?
I don't know.
Positive?
They say something. Hey,
Yeah,
the
Jesus
Father
died for
says-
our sins. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So what other things
Is
would
that
happen
really
like
a
that?
positive though?
Say some Hail Marys and
Yeah, if he didn't, we would
just
be
keep it moving,
condemned.
you know?
So that's a positive curse. Oh, thank you, Jose. I don't know. So so what would be or maybe a bad curse? You want to say something creepy? Because he's been to the Catholic cleansings.
Oh.
He thought
yeah,
he was
but
gonna
not-
get hired as a janitor. It's for demons.
Oh. Were you an altar boy?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I knew you looked familiar. Go ahead.
Those news articles came out already. I guess. No, I don't have anything negative really.
No, so nobody ever threw what is it, a hex? Is that what it's called?
Hex.
Hex.
The worst thing that's happened to me in the family is somebody threw my cake batter outside.
Your cake batter?
Yeah, someone was super mad.
That's the worst that's happened to you?
All right, Alice, can you tell us maybe? Come on, Javi. Everybody's sharing their traumas and then fucking Javi from the Catholic community,
My cake was thrown out.
It's because you can't fucking
Dude,
cook,
you don't
Javi.
understand. It wasn't even a cake. It was just the batter.
Yeah, from the easy bake, okay?
He was making hot cakes.
He had aspirations to be a baker.
That ruined my cake baking abilities.
His panaderia, you know what happened to it?
Crashed.
Tell me any more. What's more tragic than that? You know I love sweet sauce. Fuck you.
That's why he gave up on cooking. You know what I mean? He will cook anything now. Somebody threw my
I'm afraid somebody's gonna run in the house and throw my shit out the door.
that Mexican
Grabbed your
grudge,
chicken,
huh,
this
for
your
Javi?
kitchen?
So maybe he should go let go of that grudge. You think so?
Yeah,
Over the fucking cake batter. Come on.
Once we go on Big Javi's show, I'll start cooking again.
You know what
Oh,
cake batter
man.
I've spilled? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On accident. But what about you, Ice? What do they say? I think she's got some cool ones,
She's got to.
from
Cool
Watermelon
grudges?
family,
Like it's a good thing.
Right? Are we talking about grudges still?
like a grudge or a curse, you know what I mean?
I technically don't have a grudge. However, there is a grudge in my family.
So what's the curse of your family? You know?
I hope no one's listening in the family side.
Hey, Karina, we know it's you, okay?
Well, I mean, if it's Karina, she obviously knows. But anybody else, I'm sorry, please don't listen and avoid this part.
Just don't say names.
Yeah. So on my someone's side, they're
This side of the
this side of the family, not this side, this side. This side of the family has been fighting for at least since 2012. They've been fighting for that long and they still can't get along. Like they can't get in the same room together without talking shit to each other. And they'll play cool for like maybe 20 minutes or so, but once one certain person starts drinking, everything goes down. And it's usually me and my sister and like two other cousins that instigate that specific person to start drinking.
Well,
And we,
Smackdown, you know.
and we like to cause the trouble to come up.
you gotta invite me to one of your family parties.
Oh, dude, you are so more than welcome to come see this happen in
Just be a
real
bunch
life.
of drama like that?
Hey, I can just be on the outskirts of the party. I see it, and when I've had enough, I'll dip.
It's like bum fights, but with your family. you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, they don't even fight. They'll talk shit to each other, but like in the most civil way. They'll be like, "Oh, I heard you were doing great at work."
It's very passive aggressive.
Yeah,
Oh.
very passive.
Someone got a promotion.
Yeah, just like that.
Or you're getting paid by the government, and you're not a government employee.
I like how you can wear anything.
It's just like that. But when this specific person starts drinking, oh my gosh, it's massive.
Interesting.
So yeah, if I ever have another family party, you guys are more than welcome.
So it's
to
a
come see it.
massive family member, okay?
Yes, it's crazy.
High BMI.
So watch it, Don't be drinking that much, But one thing that we saw, because we went over to, now that we're talking about weird grudges and people freaking out like Alice and her family, we went out to watch a fight, huh?
Yes.
What is it, UFC, MMA?
Yep.
A little bit of that. And we sat next to a couple of Huss's friends, allegedly, or were they not your friends? Huss?
They were not friends.
They were not his friends.
We're
okay?
not friends.
They were friends with
If anything,
BJ,
and they were friends with Dre. They came over and offered him a drink, not me.
come on, Dre. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dude, we get there, right? So we're just like talking. First we had a couple other people doing business, a couple car salesmen. They were young, Greenpeace, sitting there doing business. And then we get a couple, this lady says hi or whatever. But then she brings, Jenny from the block, all the other chicken heads behind her. You know what I mean? Exactly. Now,
Things
it's
start
the
getting a little
block.
wild.
You know what I mean? And dude, it's so weird. And like first they're like celebrating, they sing happy birthday, they're taking shots, and then they're like, "Ooh, I'm having a blast," or like cheering people. And then all of a sudden this girl, what can you tell them about the
No, you
girl?
tell them about the girl.
She just starts like having a panic attack in the
And
middle
it's her
of the bar.
birthday?
I don't know
Oh,
whose
okay, you
birthday
don't know
it was,
whose
but
birthday.
You don't know whose
she was
birthday.
in
Got
there
it.
in the table.
Oh, okay.
And like, dude, it's like the fight, you know what I mean? So everybody's like watching, and she's like in
Wait,
the middle
this
of
is
the
on
bar.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh my
And she's like in the middle of the bar.
glad I
Like
didn't
there's
know.
two big
Right.
tables, and she's like, and then like a couple Mexicans. We thought it was a lake talk. You know what I mean? There were a couple shawties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they roll up. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, is that Fonzie? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that G Daddy Funk? We knew it wasn't the real Ruby because there was only two of them. Okay. So it's like they go and try to console her. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
she's just weeping, dude, just freaking.
Wow.
And they like had to take her out, and she like takes a smoke break. I'm like, okay, maybe she's gone. We can watch the fight. What happens?
She rebounds and comes back for more.
Holds her shit together for like what, 5 minutes?
And then it goes, literally cycles the whole thing again.
Ugh.
And they keep doing the same thing, like moving through the aisle and just like blocking the screen, and
Oh,
God, get her
that's
ass out of there.
horrible.
And then she finally left.
Yeah.
She was
and things
sad.
got better afterwards.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And then what happened? You want to tell them about what happened with LLA, or
Yeah.
one of my other many gifts for LLA?
Yeah, so LLA thinks that Host Beefy isn't necessarily maybe now it's changed. The biggest fan of his. Maybe there was some tension, but we ran into Faux Magnolia at the bar. How many months ago was this?
Like 3
or
months ago.
4?
At least 3.
At least
The
3
fake
months
Magnolia.
ago. Fake Magnolia.
So it
Shout out
was
to
like
Magnolia.
Valentine's. No, 2 months.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, a couple months ago, Jose spit game to her for Angel.
Damn,
Okay.
just like that.
Yeah, literally. He was
Best
spitting game.
wingman in the game.
Yeah, I can tell. Look at him.
And she was ready. She really was. Not
Yeah.
an exaggeration. She was ready to take him and do whatever they wanted to. He turned it down. Okay? We clown him for it to this day. Fast forward to this past Saturday.
2022.
Yep. There was another individual, and same thing. He starts spitting game, plays this whole pickup game. This individual, being Angel, is available for you whenever you would like. Talks him up, bigs him up.
I said he was a sex specialist and all these things.
Sex health expert, everything.
Wow.
And she's like, "Ooh, I'm into that. That's what I need right now."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just decides not to act on it. So I don't know what to tell you, Angel.
Maybe
know?
he's afraid to live up to your.
The cheerful
hype.
ones being nice. And should I stop being nice to Angel? You guys think?
You could be like, hey, listen, this guy's kind of a piece of shit, but he's down to fuck.
You know?
He just needs to get some.
if you want to talk to him, not like he's a sex expert.
Well, I said it
He
like
can
that, but in a nice way.
Twinkle
You know what I
and
mean?
twine, or however you put it. I
I'm
don't
not. You know,
I've been out
Hey,
of the game
maybe
so
give
long,
him
I don't even
one
know
more
what to talk
chance,
about.
Jose.
should I give Angel one more chance?
One
now?
more chance, yes.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, like
know?
Biggie, one
I
more
mean,
chance.
we gave
Because how
Girl in the
many
Black Dress a
gifts
lot of
have you
chances.
given me, Angel? Has he given me a gift?
I don't think so.
A fucking Logusi. You know I don't drink. You know what I mean? I'm an athlete. Come on, man.
He is an
You
athlete.
know? But dude, tell him, Hoss.
Simmer the fuck down.
What do you think Angel has? You know, maybe you can pull from your book. He's having a little bit of trauma lately. Angel, you know, he
mind holding
freezes. He's he gets a
Oh,
little
shit.
frozen.
Yeah, I'll be fine right here.
Maybe
He's
you can
Olaf.
diagnose
He's
him.
Olaf, if you will.
You know,
Oh,
you heard of that?
You know, Olaf likes summer.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you can diagnose, the other side of the beehive for us. You know,
Oh boy.
Justin, everything's fine with Justin. He's already been diagnosed. Okay.
So, Angel, I'm sorry to tell you,
Oh shit.
but after spending a couple weekends with you, observing you striking out, even though you have a softball pitch from Jose to you where you can just hit that homer, you have a irrigator issue, okay?
Oh.
An irrigator, just so
serious,
you're
Alex,
aware,
Come on.
is an apparatus with a flexible tube for flushing or washing out a body cavity, which is something you could have explored twice, maybe next time thrice with whoever we run into in the bar. Okay,
Number
you
three,
want to
my lord.
irrigate some body cavities?
Yeah.
We've set you up the whole time. Okay, by we I mean Jose. I haven't done anything for you. Not in that regard. So pick number 3, my lord. Third time's gonna be a charm.
Number 3, you know. But that's it for that holiday, you know.
Yep.
You know, but come on, man, you know.
Get your
Try to
shit
do nice
together.
things to people and see what
Yeah.
happens.
Stop spending your money on hats.
Hats and shoes. Jesus.
Yeah. Get some therapy.
Oh my gosh.
Therapy Tuesdays, we're talking about the club, okay? You know, we're not making fun of mental health. Come on, you piece of shit. You know.
Yeah, we
But
had the club going up.
on a Tuesday. But Alice, you got anything else on a Tuesday for us?
I have a couple.
Oh,
I have a couple.
She got a couple.
We
now,
can
you
pick
know?
out of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, she's
5.
got that. Man, maybe only. You
Yeah,
know?
maybe 1 or 2 more.
Yeah.
I think we'll be good.
Okay, well the next one is National Big Wind Day. Wind, like wind in the air, kind of wind.
Been there some days.
We have somebody that's very aerodynamic.
Very
Will Wonder.
flatulent.
I was thinking, after
Yep.
Costa Vida, I wasn't thinking wind, but that's fine.
He was thinking flatulence.
No, I was
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
because he's tall, he's slender, he's got a good posture.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? You think I'm shaming him? You know what I mean?
Low wind friction.
Yeah. You
Do
saw
you
me
guys need
running.
some alone time?
It's kind of what it feels like.
I
The
feel like
what?
You two.
You guys need some alone time.
No, we've.
Alice is trying to be your wingman. Jose.
Oh, we don't.
Don't
need
be
that.
scared.
We
Angel 2.0 over
We
there.
were. We weren't worried. That was an insult, first of all. Okay. I let you be my coach.
Yeah,
Didn't I let you be my coach?
sure did.
Right. I was a sub. You were the dom. Didn't we already establish that?
Yeah, we did. You're right.
Right.
You're right.
You were holding me with your rope.
I
Weren't
was. I was pulling you, jerking you around.
you? See. And now he's
did a
already
great job.
forgetting. You know what I mean?
Frank Vogel and LeBron James, everybody.
You know? Did I come from behind? You know? I didn't win.
I
You
did.
know?
He did the wraparound. So that's good.
You have a sore ankle to show for it, though.
Sore feet.
Yeah, the bunion.
Dude, my bunion, dude, guys, it's fucked up right now.
It was a weird Sunday morning.
It's
Anyways,
hurting, you know?
wind
Breathe.
wind is needed for all things. Yeah.
Couldn't swallow.
Hey, what was
she
going
did.
on over there, guys? He couldn't swallow?
I couldn't swallow.
What is Alice doing to you over there, dude? Holy moly, Alice. Hey, should we bring the strap on again today?
Bit
Alice? You
different.
think?
I heard her say get the strap, but apparently it
Yeah,
wasn't the one I was
pitching-
thinking of.
She's pitching her tent right now. Too.
Flooding it, you asshole.
Watergate, okay? Come on, guys.
I was talking about the strap. Whatever.
Okay, okay.
All right.
But Will, he was going to tell us about the wind, you know, because he's got the W.
Yeah.
Will Wonder. Wind.
Yeah. It's so the thing about wind, it blows in storms similar to what we had yesterday with the snow and the rain. It was very windy, knocked over my garbage cans. But also wind can help you in many ways. Like you had stated, flatulence. You need to get that out. Make room in there. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Put that back up.
It's the wind.
That was the Holy Ghost.
But yeah, I mean, without wind, where would we be today?
We wouldn't have Mount Rushmore
Well, we
without
would be in the
wind.
same place, but Columbus over here,
yeah.
you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would
I don't
we
know
be?
if I'd be here, and this friendship wouldn't be what it was without wind.
Yeah, all the technology would stay in Europe.
Yeah, huh?
Well, we'd be chiseling rock still.
Yeah.
Like
We would
freaking
still
idiots
be
making
sacrificing
freaking rocks
children.
bark back, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause dude, freaking minds, get your shit together. You can make your pyramid sound like a bird, but you don't even know how to fucking make a boat. You know what I mean? Dude,
They didn't even know how to grow corn until the white people landed
yeah.
here.
You're like,
You're
bro,
welcome.
What were you guys doing? You know what I mean? Everybody's like, oh, you killed all the indigenous. You know what I mean? Come on, Santos. You think they really killed him?
No, they didn't.
That was fake news, you freaking idiot, okay? They didn't kill them. They taught them things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got your sources from CNN.
Yeah.
So, can you want to tell them what really happened, Hoss? Us, a history professor, you know?
Yes.
Because they're like, oh, like we said, they can't build boats. You've seen Apocalypto. They saw a little freaking boat, right? They freaked out. They thought the guy was God, you know?
They did. But what happens is, Will Wonder's
Oh,
people
sorry.
came over a millennia ago. They brought horses, and horses were absolutely brand new to the land. You think they're gonna see this massive dog that doesn't bark? It neighs. It freaks them out. They defected. They kept going further and further and further south. And then once you get to at the tip of Argentina, you get the ocean. They drowned. That's what happened, guys.
Yeah.
They couldn't handle the truth.
It was a sad thing, but
Yeah, they didn't have
put-
boats. That's why they drowned.
They fell off the cliff, you know?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. That's why they've been hearing noises in Antarctica, you know what I mean?
whoa.
That's what they'd hear.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck? These dogs make that noise? They're not used to it. They had a
Think
dip,
so?
and by dip, they drowned.
Yeah.
And what about your favorite kind? Because you said the LRG dog. You know what I mean? That's just like a dog with a big neck, probably. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Sure.
Or how would you describe? You know? Oh, maybe we can do this. Okay, I got it. So we're the indigenous people, right?
Yep.
Oh,
So we're gonna be the indigenous.
Let me put my belt down for a moment. I need to be ready for this shit.
So Will, you know, he's coming here. He's gonna try to his army. You know, they got a little seasick. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we're here. You know, the talent table. What's gonna be the Indian table, or what is it gonna be? The indigenous
The indigenous platform.
tavern, maybe platform.
Platform.
Okay, indigenous platform. And then we got the what are they gonna be?
Caveman
Spaniards?
corner.
The caveman corner. The Neanderthals. Okay, they'll be the Neanderthals.
The Neanderthal nook. Okay.
So you're coming to our land. He just sailed on our ship. Do you know? You know?
Yeah.
He sailed on his ship,
Came through. A
and
little
then
sick.
you're coming in, and we're gonna. Okay.
Okay.
So here's the scene. Start. Hey. Host.
Excuse me.
Chief host.
Excuse me. Excuse me, gentlemen.
There is a man. Look at this. Is it a ghost?
Hello.
Why you have no hair?
It's a long story, but I don't have time for that. I came over on a boat. It was
What
very.
is a boat? A boat.
This
It's-
boot?
A boat is in water. You float in water and travel. I'll show you later. The real problem here is I feel sick. Water. Hold on.
This man is trying to throw
Wait.
a curse.
Wait. I went to Neanderthal corner over here. The hairy one threw shit at me. I can't. I'm sick. I can't. Throwing shit. I need something from the indigenous folks to help me with my stomach issues. Stomach. Ugh.
Answered.
Violence.
answered,
Violencia.
answered very simple.
Yeah.
He said, shit. It's very close. Shitris. You have a scurvy. You need vitamin C.
And this is the
Your
West
accent
Indies.
is so.
It's so Puerto Rican.
We are in the West Indies. Let them know. What?
Oh yes.
We are the indigenous
my,
people.
my math did not.
What happened?
This man, this man is flesh and gold.
My math.
I'm
You're a
making
Key
fun
West.
of our accent.
No, no,
In
no.
our land,
No
brother.
fun. No fun. Listen. I have things I can give you. Women, white women. Do you know what they do? You don't because you've never seen them. What I need is something to help my stomach. I'm sick.
We are not interested in your women. They have penises. We don't like penises.
Only a few of them. I have others underneath the boat. They're in shackles. They're white. They'll do anything you want.
Yeah, including crawling shit. I don't want women
No,
crawling
no, no, no.
shit.
They don't hurl shit. It was the Neanderthals. The hairy one over there. Threw the shit.
This man is trying to bait us with the flesh of a divine woman.
Shall we get our spears?
Do you want it?
Should
No,
we kill them?
listen, no spears. You can spear them.
This man is
You know
not
that?
powerful.
Talking between
we
your
shall show him the spear of Brittany. Tell him what to do, when to do it.
Attack! You know?
end scene.
R.I.P. You know? He's trying to bait us with the woman, dude. We're the only two men in freaking Central America, dude.
We've got all the animal species we could ever want. Why would we want women?
If you would have offered a couple men, you know, now we're talking. Okay?
Dude,
We're tired of fucking all these chicks.
we got goats.
We're tired of goats, sheep, you know what I mean?
Oh, damn.
What about my accent, though? Hey, I heard you too.
Yeah, you assholes.
I couldn't tell exactly where it was.
between like native and Puerto Rican.
But then like a weird, like a little bit of Irish twang. Because I was like, where am I?
Because I was rolling them hard R's.
You were seasick, you idiot.
Yeah,
Come on,
exactly.
man.
I didn't know what was
You guys
going
were
on.
hearing stuff. These guys can't hear. The ears aren't developed.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, one didn't even say anything. Just went. "Her."
We're Neanderthal.
Fucking DMX over there. Oh, what's going on? Rick Ross. You
Dark Man X.
know?
Oh man.
But maybe you guys, you know, I know you guys aren't Neanderthal. They can tell us about the one. You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
We've talked about kites. You know, we've talked about paper airplanes.
Neanderthals
Oh
were
my
the
God,
first
see if
ones to
it's a
actually
DX.
access the power of wind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. How did you do it?
Huh?
How did you How did you access the power of wind? Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Sounds like the beginning of country grammar.
I forgot it started like that.
Anywho, wind.
Go ahead, Neanderthal.
Yes, hobby. Big wind. You know, it's what you use to talk.
Wind, big.
Hobby with those little fucking lungs. You know what I mean? He couldn't even pull out his fucking birthday candle. He couldn't even blow it out. You know?
He didn't have a cake. He fucking threw it out.
I didn't have a fucking.
It was
piece
just
of
batter, dude. You fucking idiot.
PTSD. God. It was just a fucking batter, dude.
He's got cake phobia now.
Every time you guys bring it onto the podcast, you guys don't see me cringe.
He's living with me here.
Every birthday he has pie. He doesn't have cake.
You think he was showing early Parkinson's disease? No, he's just shivering out of fear.
He's caked out, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh god.
So you never been, it gets a little windy, Hobby, nothing like that? The power of wind, you're trying to go out, you're camping, you hear the woo. Remember when you were a kid, you hear that through the window, through the wall?
Yeah, and then I would ask, "Who's that peeking through my window?" And it would be the fourth kind owl.
Oh, fuck, I'm out of here.
Remember that?
That's what kind of
Terrifying.
So,
And it was just a couple of Mexicans. That's what he
With
meant.
really big eyes.
Right?
you need your
Shout
lawnmower.
out to it. It was Will's buddy that he dropped on the fire hydrant. He's all fucked up. You freaking assholes. You're trying to make friends. You know?
Picked the
Shout out
wrong
to
time.
Heriberto, okay?
Wrong time of day.
But what about you? Don't got any cool wind stories then, Hobby?
I don't have any cool stories at all.
Yeah, we were just asking him to be
Fucking
nice.
recluse.
Maybe Alex can tell us a couple things about the wind,
I would
You ever
hope
been
so.
sailing, anything like that,
I don't
Alex?
sell, but I use the wind to find the people that cross the border.
She sniffs the wind and gets hits,
fucking Wolverine.
follows
over
a
here.
trail.
Imagine driving through like a Rancheritos or something,
Perspectives are on overload.
That's why she gets anxiety, guys.
She's going through Rose Park in Glendale, dude.
Too many
West Valley, she's
Mexicans.
fucking done, bro. You know what I mean?
It's smelling salt for her.
That's why I only kick it in Mill Creek and Sandy.
You know? She can only say 9th East, and 13th. That's all she can drive, So that's what you use to sniff him out,
Uh-huh.
And what's like, you ever try to catch, snatch a Mexican, is what they say.
Snatch it.
You know what I mean? Freaking snatch them. So how do you snatch them? So what's the process like? You're hunting them, you smell one from afar. About how many feet away can you smell?
About 200.
200?
Wow.
Damn.
It's like 2 football
impressive.
fields, huh?
The yards, fine.
Is your nickname the Predator?
Yes.
Illegal alien versus
So what do you do? You get a sniff, and then what happens, Alex?
And then I jolt. I bolt it.
It's your taste.
I jolt. And then I pounce on them. Pounce.
And then just throw it in the back of the
Feet
truck.
first or hands first, like choke or what?
I go feet, and then they fall down, and then I go towards the neck.
Feet first, like a baby born, breech birth.
The Achilles heel,
It's a drop kick off the
Yeah.
top rope.
Dang.
Fucking A, man.
What about you, Huss?
I'm just glad I'm not south of the border.
You never been affected by wind? You go ice fishing, You're
Oh,
like
yeah.
a Marco Polo, You've been out in nature. you know?
Yes. Ice fishing, the wind sucks. That's the only thing that sucks when you ice fish. But we always have the tent, and then you put in like the propane heater, and it actually keeps it nice. So, but getting out to, if you have to like hike in like 2 miles, 3 miles to make sure it's like the deepest part of the lake, and there's wind, and usually there is, like my face gets like wind burned.
Oh,
So I
what
have
does
to,
that
like-
look like? It's just like,
It's like red and it starts peeling,
oh, really?
almost like a sunburn. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
So then I always have like some Vaseline to just like put to protect it, but
Put it in your eyes. You walk out like a panda, huh? When you're done, you're
I
like
can't close my eyes
the red panda, though. You know what I mean? Not the other one.
in case I miss the fucking fish. But shout out to Aerosmith, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't want to close my eyes. Don't want to fall asleep because I'll miss you, baby.
Miss you, babe.
Dude, the only thing that I would want to do with wind is like the people they dress up like squirrels,
Oh, sure.
They got the squirrel suits, and then they
Yeah.
jump off a cliff, You just,
Yeah, that's terrifying. I'd never
and then they
do
do
that,
it
but
for
yeah.
like Dude, where are people talk about Mount Everest? Take me to the fucking cliff these guys are jumping off of. They freaking do it for like 3 hours. You're like, where's this
Imagine
mountain?
the hike there, though.
In that dumbass suit. You catch a little bit of wind. Sorry, Jim, I'm back.
Hand me some water. Oh! That was like, oh, you can't even stretch.
You don't even wave
know what I
hi to
mean?
people.
Meanwhile, all these idiots are dying in Mount Everest. There's no wind over there. You know what I mean?
Ooh, the Sherpas, come on, get a better suit.
Yeah.
They don't know how to navigate.
You'll just
you know what
fly
I mean?
up the mountain with all that wind.
Yeah. But yeah, you haven't noticed that they jump off and it goes forever.
Yeah, they go up for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not about that.
I would want
I
to.
That
would
is
do
real. That's white people stuff.
I would
I'm
be a
not that
bottom
kind of
though.
white
You know what I
person.
mean? If that happened, because I would be. I think I would panic when you gotta put the parachute out. You know.
Yeah.
But if I had, you know, maybe you on top. You know.
I'm going skydiving.
You're going skydiving,
I
Alice?
am.
When?
In July.
Are you going with Magnolia?
Yeah, Magnolia's going to.
And who's gonna be on bottom? You or Magnolia?
Magnolia.
So you're gonna be the lead?
hmm
Dang. So how long have you been certified to? See, she never even told us that she knew
Actually,
how to
I'm
skydive.
not certified, but I'm gonna fake it till I make it.
It's for her ice agent training, guys. Come on.
You're not scared to go skydiving?
Nope.
Fuck. You scared, House?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go. My
Yeah.
sister ended up going. Funny enough, I thought
Yeah?
she would be the last person to ever go.
And what did she think? Did she peed herself a little bit?
No,
or
she said it was pretty fun, but that she was like it wasn't bad, and she's gone. I think 2 more times. But I don't know. She didn't make it. She made it seem as it wasn't as big of a deal as we make it out to be. So like I kind of want to, but I know the moment I'm up there, like nope, I'm not jumping out of this plane.
in a plane, a little tiny plane.
no.
You know what I mean? It's like a paper airplane.
She was
dude.
pretty fearless then, because I'm like I didn't realize you were even doing this.
Hell
You-
no.
you
hell,
did-
hell no.
No?
Hell no.
Are you scared in heights in general?
No, I'm not scared of heights, but scared of things where something could go really wrong, like jumping out of an airplane with a fucking blanket in your backpack. Yeah.
But what
Not
if you're jumping into the ocean? Maybe you know?
No, don't like that either.
No.
Nope.
Land
Deep
fish.
water.
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because if you land on the ocean, you wouldn't be less scared in the ocean.
If I knew it
Sharks.
wasn't
Still
shark
fine.
season in area, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'd be okay if it was in the ocean. If
I
I got
think
to pick, it'd have to be a warm
Yeah.
ocean. Because if it was like the fucking Pacific Ocean,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Fuck,
cold
Pacific
all the
people
time.
go to California, you
Ugh.
fucking idiots. The worst.
That water's
ocean,
so
man.
cold.
Yeah.
No.
I'm good.
If it were the Atlantic, East Coast, but
Yeah.
further south like Florida, the Carolinas,
Like
I'd do that.
Armando when he came in on his kite, you
Yeah.
know,
Mm.
from Cuba.
the Gulf of Mexico, those are all
Yeah.
warm. I do those.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a big maybe.
So you never done any other like extreme Caucasian sports? Nothing like that.
No, see, I didn't have a lot of Caucasian friends that did that dumb shit. So all my other friends, we just stayed home.
So you were never like a patriot? Basically?
No, I was actually on the other end of the spectrum.
Oh, really?
He's
Yeah.
an illegal.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you really
where's
never
your
did-
green card at?
Anywho,
One of these white Mexicans. Come on, man.
I told you my nickname was Miklo. Okay.
El Blanco.
So you never did anything crazy? What's like the craziest? You know, you never dirt biking or an ATV. You know, somebody convinces you. You know,
Yeah.
you got your family. Oh, you know, come over on the ATV. You know, go
I
like
mean,
this.
I did an ATV when I was younger. Recently, I went snowmobiling, and I didn't realize how much of a workout and like how much of an effort
Didn't you
is
know
really in that. It was kind of scary at times.
Like what? You just gotta hold it tight.
Hold it, and then the turns. It's like a lot of you got to get your body into it, and then we were up really fucking high, and it was just a mountain looking down, and yeah. It was fun at the lower elevations. The high parts, I was going the
Where the trail's
slowest.
like super narrow.
Some parts were,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. And I hit a bank. I was like, oh, okay, well,
A bank. You know what I mean?
That's how rich he is.
yeah.
Dang, there's a bank over in that mountain. You know what I
He
mean?
hits a bank thinks not twice.
Yeah. Chase. It was Chase.
But that's like the craziest thing you've done. Like,
Yeah, I don't
most
do anything
extreme?
crazy. Yeah, I don't. I'm not about that life.
So what about when you're a kid? You're hanging out with the paisanos. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
The brown community. A couple of bikes. You know, BM Mexicans. You know what? You know?
They had horses. No BMX.
No.
bikes.
So
Yeah.
you got on the horse?
Yeah. Of
A couple
course.
ponies, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And then
I had
how
my
was that?
cowboy boots, my hat. I was
You're not telling us the truth. He's telling us the truth. Use your
What?
powers.
He's not telling
there. You know how
us
many
the truth.
quinces I've been to in my life?
How many?
I have had.
He is telling us the truth because normally his people say Quince instead of Quinces.
They
So
say
he is telling the
Quincy,
truth.
you know?
Yeah, they go the Quince, and I go, why are you saying Quince? It's not Quince.
King's Coon.
Many. I've DJ'd many.
Quince Kunte.
I'm well versed in that culture. So yeah, I'm there. You know what I mean?
Well, how many have you been to? So you rode the horse. Oh, did you get on the mechanical bull?
I've done a mechanical bull once, but
Yeah?
it wasn't anything crazy. Yeah, I think it. I overwhelmed it with my masculinity
The bull? The mechanical bull?
and the operator.
So they stopped working or what?
No. I just gave them the look, and they didn't fuck with me.
Oh, they didn't want to.
Like this. Look at me. What do you want to do now?
You look high.
Nothing. Absolutely.
His eyes read, "I will deport your ass." That's what I read in his
You
eyes.
did that to the little DJ?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking deport you right now, Carlos, okay? So that's what you did? So let's put it this way. What was your most ethnic, extreme activity that you did?
Drive by.
I'd say getting married.
You know?
No.
Well,
We wanted to talk
that is
about
very-
love, and you know what he goes to?
No, it is. No, you're right. I was kidding. I've never done a drive by.
That's such a lie.
He meant drive.
As soon as you walked in, we smelled it.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, getting married's crazy, right? Like it's a big step, and yeah, I would say that. There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That
Hours.
was it? You're not going to tell us, like, a better love story, you know?
He must have gotten his stories from HOVI.
Yeah. Hey, you wooed her a little bit. You know what I mean? Hey, how's it going? Like, you know?
Shout out to Cynthia.
Well, I just have a in the culture that I'm well versed in. They call it machismo, and I have some men don't even have as much as I have in the tip of my pinky, right? Essentially, what that does. I got some in my throat. I apologize.
The tip of the pinky.
Essentially, what that does is it's very attractive to the opposite sex, and when I want to use it, I can, and that's how I got my wife.
The pinky or machismo?
Machismo. But the tip of my pinky has a ridiculously large amount
Of coke.
of
That's what she said.
yeah.
Of
Thank
machismo.
you, Alice.
So
That's all we
did
need
you-
to talk about. I'm fucking getting sweaty over here.
So how did you hey, you can turn on the fan for him, Javi, just in case, you know?
no, it's
Oh, you're good?
It's yeah, I'm good.
It's the light.
It's a lie.
It refracts from
It's
his
the
head.
cocaine on
Hey.
your
Come on, Michael Jackson, what's going on, dude?
It's all that machismo going on.
So how do you do machismo, dude? Because I've
I listen. I can't explain it. It's just something that I do. It's a way of life. My father passed it to me, and it's just like it's just what I have. It's what I know. It's who I am.
It's very nice. I like
Will
that.
I am, you know?
Yep.
Thank you. Exactly.
Well, I don't even know what
I could
that
try. I could try to
is.
teach classes, but I honestly, it just it is.
So that's
what
how
it
you
is.
picked up your wife with machismo?
Yeah.
So she's Mexican?
No. She's half black, half white. Machismo is
So she's
universal.
also confused?
Yeah. Machismo is universal.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the race.
So what was she doing at a quinceañera then? Like, or
No,
Why
no,
does
no,
she
no,
like
no,
machismo?
no. Listen.
Oh my
Machismo
gosh.
travels with you all the time. Doesn't matter where you're at. It's here with me
Kind of
now.
like Don Quixote and the other guy, right?
Exactly.
so your wife liked machismo too?
Yeah, every female likes machismo.
So what do you tell your wife? You know, it's like, hey, you're bagging her up right now, you know? Maybe you think you could be his wife? Because you know you got the attitude that you want machismo. You know what I mean? Not me.
It's from the Attitude
You know,
Era.
Right?
I'm very submissive.
You
You,
look
know
half
what I mean?
black, half white.
But you, it's gonna be hard to wheel horse. You know what I mean?
Was she difficult to wheel?
it took a little bit of work,
Okay.
See?
but then it, once it. So I try to reserve my machismo, right? Because you don't want to just like splatter it everywhere, right? It would be awful. It would be Wilt Chamberlain-esque, right? And I don't want that. That's not who I am. But when you know how to use it and you use it for good things happen. My wife, my son, here I am.
See, because maybe we had a lot of dating experts. You know, Chris Blade. You know what I mean? He's been on here. Oh, this is how I got game. You know, who else has tried to tell us? Santos. You know what I mean? They could never do it.
Lalo Lucas.
You know? Yeah, they
With his
both have
$80.
Glocko failed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both of them got catfished.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe because you're hard to impress. You know what I mean, Host?
Catfish.
You're at the top of the top, you know?
Catfish mean you would have the least amount of machismo possible if you're getting catfished. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
You heard that, Glocko? Come on. And you know? He thought he was dating Summer Rae, you know?
Driving that stupid hoop. Dude.
It was just Ray, the Mexican. King, shout out to DJ Pepper Brian. Okay. But maybe, okay, so you know, Jose is your wife.
Okay, can
You
we
know?
give him another name? other than my wife's name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any
You can pick. You can pick.
Yeah, you can pick.
Okay. Yeah, Cindy's fine. That's a good name. We'll go
Okay.
with Cindy.
Cindy?
Okay. What name
And
would
she's
you like?
supposed to be mixed, you know what I mean?
Cassandra.
Cassandra. Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, let's go. Cassandra. There you go. That's
Okay.
what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
So setting. Set me up. Where are we? What do we
Cassandra,
do?
you're at the quinceañera because Cassandra has Mexican friends, you know?
Okay.
Oh, it's my quinceañera.
Josqueefy.
Yep.
Baby Josqueefy's
Alice is
there.
Quince.
Queefy.
Alice is
Alice.
Quince.
Okay. Dope.
Hobby's there too, you know?
Yep.
He's a
Hobby's my
minister, you know?
Yep.
Yeah,
There you go.
the padrino.
All right. So I just came off the tables because now the band's playing. I play in between the band because the band's the star of the show. I fill in for the younger kids. Okay.
The intermission.
Yeah. Essentially, where the adults sit, drink, and then the kids are dancing. Okay.
I'm sipping some non-alcoholic sangria.
Because we're 15 years old,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're children at this
No,
point.
we are. You're of age.
Wait.
Why would my wife be 15? I'm gonna go ahead and go back behind the tables.
Beefy's trying to set Will up, bro. What the
Who's gonna jump out of the fucking closet?
Yo, no.
Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Will, you
I see what you're
passed
doing.
Will
Hey, well done, Will.
You know,
Well
that was a time.
I have another test for him. Are we good for that or no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You wanna
send
go
it.
test for Will?
let's do the test. Yeah.
You
Well, I
pervert, you
will be
thought Will was
utilizing
gonna
the
fall, you know?
screen, and for those that are watching,
I'll
obviously
do it.
Alice and Javi will be putting it up on the screen for you guys. But I enjoy history, and I'm under the impression that you might enjoy some history as well.
Absolutely.
How do I get rid of that?
I don't even know
Host is
what's
prepping. Give him a sec for
Yeah, nobody
audio
but
only.
me knows. The guy put
Okay.
this together today
Perfect.
because I figured
guess
I wanted to
Spotify
have
has video
something
now,
I
too.
thought would
Oh,
be
yeah?
fun and educational. Slightly.
the
I won't be
Spotify
providing too
people,
many
wait.
facts.
That's what I appreciate about this show. You know what? You have fun. You learn something.
You know?
Sometimes there might be a little sentimental stuff, or tips on how not to get caught up trying to hit on a 15-year-old. Thank you.
Exactly. You know?
Hey, that was your tip, and well done. You
Yeah.
proved
You know?
everyone you
Yeah.
knew what you were doing.
He
Yep.
kept his tip in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Shout out to
He
Will,
showed the
dude.
tip of his pinky, you know, all that machismo. Oh,
And then the wind blew, and I was like, "Nope, I'm out of here."
Smelled it just like Alice. You know?
Humidity goes up through the roof.
Okay, so are we synced up over there, Alice?
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Beautiful.
everyone, including Will, should see this is the title of the actual quiz. I'm going to call it a quiz.
Oh shit.
A learning opportunity, education,
All right.
callback to the holiday. So judge a book by its cover. This is a statement, not a question. Okay, you should judge a book by its cover, aka rewriting history.
I love it.
The purpose of this exercise is that I will show you on each slide 2 historical figures, and you're going to have to decide which one you are going to kill off from existence. Therefore, rewriting history.
Okay.
But one must be saved, is what you're saying?
Well, one survives, so that person remains
here's the water.
unchanged.
Okay.
That person's
one up
influence remains
I'm
unchanged.
gonna put my belt here because it's
Let
serious.
me get one for Will, too.
So the fate of the world is essentially within your
In
decision.
my hands. Thank you.
Again, I will give you zero context outside of the picture. Once you make the choice, I will tell you who both of the
shit.
individuals are,
Okay. All right.
and from there we can basically decide how the world has changed. So, you guys ready?
Yes.
Do it.
Okay, first slide. We have these two individuals.
Beautiful woman.
Okay. We celebrate women a lot on this podcast.
As
so
you should.
I figure that's how we'd kick it off.
Yeah.
So based on what you perceive with your eyes, your sense of sight, who would you eliminate?
All right. So as I think through this, the one on the left is obviously doing something for science, trying to move
You don't
whatever
think she-
culture forward.
you don't think she's cooking meth?
Possibly, but if it is, it's black and white, and she's probably one of the first ones to do that.
She's
and
making beats. She's the alchemist's mom. Come
and
on,
help
guys.
help people actually make a living. The other one has a pearl necklace and is smiling. So I'm gonna say the one on the right with the pearl necklace is going to be
Oh,
killed off.
Okay, great. And what woman isn't going to smile if you give her pearl necklaces?
Exactly.
Alex, come on, let
I
them
don't
know.
like pearls.
I know you don't, but you
She
know,
gives him a
you know
clam
some girls
necklace.
do. Okay,
You know? Just a clam.
an oyster. Okay. Do you want to guess who either? If not, I mean, you don't have to.
I
stress,
have no
but-
idea who either one of these women are, but
So you're keeping left.
yep.
Okay, it might be a pretty good choice. It's Mary Curie. She's a Polish scientist. The first person, not female, first person to win the Nobel Prize in both chemistry and in physics.
Yep.
And she's actually credited as probably contributing to the most for cancer treatments. So you made a
No-brainer.
pretty good choice. in selecting who lives. Now, who dies is actually that's Helen Keller.
Oh,
So that's needless to say, she didn't see that coming. Okay, but
No wonder
no.
he's like she's spacing off to somewhere else. You know, her
Yeah.
eyes, come on.
They don't know. She doesn't know they're taking a picture of her.
she's looking at the wrong spot. Okay,
And back then the
Oh.
picture takes so long to develop. You know what I mean? They weren't gonna tell her.
she didn't have echolocation. She was also deaf. Okay, so
But could she feel the Lord, Javi? You know?
I think she did. I
No,
can't
she
remember.
could feel water. Okay, so maybe keep going. Huh? See that?
yeah. Those
Lord
were her
is
first
water.
words, by the
Yeah,
way.
water.
Water.
around us.
So cool. So
Jesus.
you get that? You know, I mean,
Okay, well,
this
yeah.
was almost a lose-lose, essentially,
It
right?
100% was.
More people survive because of cancer, but now the
Agreed.
deaf people are not that cool. Okay, deaf
Yeah.
people, you're not
Yeah.
gonna be on a coin.
Sorry,
Come on,
ADA.
guys.
Not American Dental Association, which their title got ripped for no reason. Second slide.
All right.
Lord Farquaad.
Number 3, which I pointed up earlier when I said 2.
Now, one thing I can say about both of these gentlemen,
Is that Angel?
Which one? LLA.
my
the king?
first thought was the right
King? All
does
hail
look like
King
Angel.
LLA. Let's go.
Both these gentlemen have machismo. Not a ton, but it's there.
Okay.
I do like the gold, the sword. The one on the right kind of seems a little full of himself. He's like, "Hey, just paint this picture of me with the shit on my head," which can be a cause of not knowing how to hone in your machismo. So I'm gonna go with the guy on the left, and with the gold. He's
Okay.
staying. The guy on the right's dying.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he's dying.
So
No, this
I'll start off with the guy on the right, which is the guy in the red
Yeah, no,
with
he's
the
dying.
cap and the big,
Yeah.
big mustache,
The one
no
that's
real
dying.
beard.
Angel's
right?
great uncle.
So you. So first of all, Angel ceases to exist, and secondly, this is actually Vlad the Impaler.
Ah, yeah.
So you did
Damn
the
it,
world a
Dracula.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
you wanted the story of Dracula over this guy who was killed over 100,000 people. He oversaw over 100,000 people, most of which he saw.
Yeah.
This is all factual, by the way. You can read the history books. One of the methods of killing was a very slow torture method. They would take a blunt spear, shove it in the irrigator, the anal cavity, and then he would impale them in front of wherever it is he. Yep, and they would slowly, like the body weight would just keep and pushing them in until they died a horrible
Well, they
death.
would avoid all vital organs too, right?
Yeah, typically it would, because
what
it
a
would take days
painful
sometimes.
death.
If they were lucky, just a couple hours.
Damn, that sounds hot. Sign me up, dude.
Also, there is a theory that he would drink their blood, which influenced the entire
Dracula.
Dracula idea. The person who you allowed live, it's a good thing, it's Cyrus the Great. So he's Iranian, part of the Persian Empire, expanded it, I think, to its greatest height of pinnacle. And you know what I meant to say.
Calm down,
I got
T.I.
distracted, okay? But this is also true. A Jewish hero. During the warring states with all the Jews being displaced, he actually allowed them a place to worship and rebuild like their temples and all that stuff.
Good.
So,
right.
yeah, you
Hell yeah.
actually picked a good guy.
There we go.
Dang, dude, he's doing pretty good so far. Huh?
So
Well,
far, not too bad.
he's cured
I mean-
cancer, and he's,
Yep.
Save the Jews.
the bloodsuckers kept him out. Oh, this one's gonna be creepy.
It's a wild card right here.
A freaking Wally from UA the Do, and who's that other guy over there?
I'm gonna. Okay, so the one on the left is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Something with the eyes that doesn't seem right to me.
Javi, look at me. I think they're gonna let me without a beard.
Hobby before Passion of the Christ.
Is that Frank?
The one on the. I hope not. The one on the right just seems like a stand-up businessman who's trying to make some coin for his family. So I'm gonna go with the one on the right.
Okay.
Is gonna live. Sorry, one on the left is
Gotcha.
gonna die. And
That's
nice.
fair. I'll start with the man that lived, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Not much introduction is honestly needed. I should hopefully not have to give a lot of context. That's Gandhi.
yeah, well,
The young Gandhi.
nailed it.
Okay?
That's Gandhi?
Yep, that is young Gandhi.
And he's gone now. Okay.
Yeah.
He's been Gandhi a long time now, bro.
Lit himself on fire. The one to the left is actually Mother Teresa.
How dare you?
So sorry, Hobby.
And she also needs no introduction.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Golly.
6s maybe.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do there?
Dude, that guy they didn't even have food in his village, bro. It's not like he did anything new.
Yeah, I mean,
know?
if they were cannibals,
Somebody
he could
caught
have fed
it
them
on
with his
camera,
body.
you know? But Mother Teresa, you know?
A beloved female. So-
Wow. Do you have a date on that picture by chance?
No, I could have pulled dates, I guess. But
Yeah,
I
no, that's
didn't.
fine. It just looks, you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
that's crazy, right?
Yeah, okay.
I would have never
It's
guessed.
Mother Teresa when she was an
The
altar
guy
boy.
looked Mexican.
Yeah.
That's why she's not happy.
Before she turned into a mother.
I'll be like, I know that look. Shit.
It's the same look I have today. Let's go to the next slide.
He calls it CTE now, you
okay.
know? His CTE look. Oh, dang,
This
dude.
is tough. Golly. Okay. The plants, you know, I would assume that the one on the left is into planting stuff, taking care of her people. The one on the right has the shawl, a little chilly.
Cold out here for
It's-
these hoes.
It absolutely is. I do like the shoulder pads on the one on the left, a little more fashion forward. The hinged, that waist seems like it's just
Cinched
Oh, yeah.
nicely.
cinched very
I think
much
this
so.
one is-
She's sucking in a fart. you
This
know?
is very difficult because they both seem like great people. And I'm gonna pick the one on the left to live. Only reason being there's a lot of plants and I like the shoulder pads.
No, you fucked up. Okay.
I felt like I
Yep.
was going that way.
He
Yep.
fucked up?
He
picked
fucked up
all
big
the-
time,
Of
'kay?
course,
Do
you look
it.
at her.
Look. So
You were right.
the one on the left, the one that has the fancy getup, the plants, the cinched waist, probably nice cake in the back. Her name is Rana Valova the
Cake.
First.
Not the kid.
Ranavalova.
Yeah, the first. A ruler in Madagascar.
It's gonna be okay.
Horrible to her people. She would literally torture them, and she would prosecute. Yes,
Ranavalova, you know?
that's her first. Rana Valova the First, and she would massacre Christians.
Okay, well.
Bobby, you're dead.
Maybe she did good, you know? According to Santos, she would be a hero.
Well, wait till you hear the second one, okay? Sojourner Truth. You've heard of
God
her before.
Damn it.
There you go.
Oh, he killed her?
Yeah, she's a escaped slave, freed a bunch of people. Harriet Tubman, essentially before Harriet Tubman. She's an
See,
abolitionist,
smart.
fought for women's rights. So, bad choice there, homie.
All right. This was the fourth one, right? So far,
that's the
so
fourth
I'm-
slide. Yes, you got 2 more slides. I got 6 slides.
I'm hitting a decent percentage.
What is he? He's like 2 for 2,
he's
right?
he's batting
3 for 4.
500.
Yeah, 3 for
Oh,
4.
3 for 4.
750.
Yeah,
Batting
750.
750.
You know? But this one, you know?
Yeah, this
This
one.
one had
This
a lot
one
of
was a
impact.
bad. This is like game 7, and I just struck out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
So,
But
next slide.
okay, well,
Oh, this one's kind of hot.
I feel like
And you can look them in the eye over here on the thing if you need to, okay?
that's really why I'm leaning towards the left picture. There's really no other reason.
Please
Other than the person on the right doesn't seem like, you know, she's legit as far as what she's doing in her everyday activities. So I'm going to go with the left.
Okay. So left survives.
Yes,
You
correct.
kill off the right.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Alt-right.
basically picking of 2 evils. So
Oh,
I'll
fuck.
start with the person you killed off.
Okay.
That is Elizabeth Bathory, aka the Blood Countess. So she would torture. They credit her with about 650 girls and women in her kingdom that she killed and tortured.
I knew it.
Her name, Blood Countess, comes from her bathing in the blood, thinking it will keep her youthful of the people she killed.
Oh, she looks pretty good.
Oh,
The other one is Wu
She's like 60
Zetian.
right there.
Uh-huh.
right.
She is a Chinese empress. The first one, she was actually a concubine. She started off as a concubine, climbed her way up the ranks, or slept her way up, I guess you could say. She would exile and kill her own children, and
God
she was
damn
good to her people, but anyone else she would just absolutely mortify. So maybe there's some saving grace in that aspect, but
Yeah. So
still
like
kind of a piece of shit.
I bunted the ball and moved the runner to second. I was out at first on this one.
a pop fly double play.
Shit, a double play.
You know?
Pop fly. Hey,
She killed
did-
600 and something people.
Yeah.
yeah, but the
bathed
other
in
one
their
would
blood.
torture
How
and
many
kill
people
her
are
own
in
children.
China? You know
Have
what I
you-
mean? This
have
lady
you
was
guys
like
seen
650.
Stay Alive?
Okay.
Yeah. So
650 in China, that was just
No.
her living room of that
Doesn't
lady.
Okay,
Stay
that's
Alive is
sacrifice
about,
blood. I'll
this
give you that.
scary
Sacrifice
woman
blood.
who
Sack one.
Kills
Okay.
all the women just to stay pretty. And I wonder
Yeah.
if they got it from her.
Yeah. Last slide.
Okay.
Hold on. My slide's not
Oh
working.
dang.
Okay.
Oh, they're fixing the slide over there. There we go.
There we go. Cool.
Okay, so
Dang, bro.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
okay.
lie. Like if I'm looking in eyes, right? I'm looking in eyes. I catch a vibe from the eyes. The one on the
This
left
guy's
here.
looking at me at the right.
The one on the left here's done some stuff that she's not proud about.
Like
And
what?
It's hard to say. I feel like she's maybe.
No, she looks like she's kind of like a naughty
Maybe
girl.
she's getting swimming
Hey,
lessons.
Alice, calm down. Calm down, Alice.
She looks like she got freaks.
That may be very true. She may be a freak, but I feel like she's put some people in some bad, compromising positions that maybe they died for. Gentleman on the left looks like he just owns a fucking auto mechanic shop in Puerto Rico, so I'm gonna go with the guy on the right to live.
Coffee shop.
This was his uncle that he was talking about earlier.
Hey, not far off. Okay. Who you picked to live? That's Pablo Picasso.
Pablo Picasso,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So, father of modern art.
Never
However,
seen him before.
Dude, come
hey,
on.
keep in mind though, you killed off. If this person gets killed off, there's a likelihood we don't survive COVID at all. That is the mother of modern nursing. That's Florence Nightingale.
Oh.
snap.
Yeah, she's credited with literally like the modern nursing aspect on how to take care of patients.
You just killed us
medicine.
all. What is wrong with you?
But she may have put some people to get to that point in a compromising position where they may have died.
Hey, some sacrifices are necessary.
So I
for the
wasn't wrong in
advancement of
that
humans.
aspect.
Shout out to Dr. Fauci.
Okay,
Wow.
well,
I'm just saying that's something to consider.
yeah.
I personally consider this a loss.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
But I think overall, he's still on. He did pretty good, I think.
oh
so,
no,
you know?
overall the game he did,
Oh,
he
yeah.
killed
I
it.
think he did pretty good.
Pun
you know?
intended.
Literally. You know,
Yeah.
killed it.
So nice. That's the game. I just figured I'd
That was
put some
great.
historical
So maybe
people.
give- you know, that was
Thank
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Good
You
game.
know?
Good game. Good game.
He's got, God, maybe that's why white people are so good at things, you know? They're
It's-
just so good at judging, you know?
It's
Yeah.
the machismo too. That's a part of it.
You can use your machismo to.
To judge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, to judge folks and people, and you know what I mean. It is what it is.
You should judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, there
So
it
if
was.
it's a shitty cover, I'm not gonna read it.
Yeah,
Okay.
felt bad about the mother of medicine there, though. That,
Yeah. Moderna, you know what I mean?
We all gotta go sometime.
Dang, dude.
That's very
That
true.
was kind of sad, you know what I mean?
Hey, that's real life. Okay, it's history.
But maybe one thing before we do like a questions of the internet, because now, we killed off a couple of important people, a couple
And
of
unimportant
women,
people,
and
too.
unimportant people, a couple Draculas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
HOVI, he did bring a book from his, what is it? Is it the chapel or what is his congregation or whatever?
The cathedral.
Not a cathedral.
And it's a crazy looking book. It's an old one, if you guys can see, from the
The-
Catholic community. Can you
Yep.
tell us a little bit about this, HOVI? Because, dude, that book, how old is it, HOVI, first of all?
I want to say it's at least 300 years old. It's a little dusty.
Well, it's because you don't read it, dude.
I personally don't read it. It's leather bound. It's got some nice wool twine here.
Oh,
It's in pretty decent shape for being that old. But
The dust got in my lungs, guys.
yeah.
it's
You are now saved, Alice.
That was the Lord, Alice, exactly, yeah.
Holy Spirit.
in dusk will
I
return.
got a friend in Jesus.
It's got gold binding or
Ooh.
gold leaf in the inside.
Do you see those?
Look at
It's
this.
cool, huh?
Fantastic.
Shiny. That's why you know it's important.
Oh, my eyes.
But he said he was going to read us a thing from the congregation or something.
Oh, he can't read. Will Wonder
I
killed
can-
off Helen Keller. Now
You
literature as
think,
we know it
Will,
doesn't
you think
exist.
Will should read a little passage since he
I
killed off
think
so many people?
but can you pick one for
Sure.
him to read?
Sure,
Yeah.
grab me one out of there. Hell
Go
yeah.
in the middle.
In the middle?
Yeah. Boom.
Just random?
Randomly. That one.
No,
Yeah,
let
that's
the
a little-
Lord guide him, okay? Use the Holy
Oh,
Ghost,
you're
Javi.
right.
Let's do... He's telling me to never mind, Which is...
That's so funny because the one above it is the one I was reading earlier.
Okay, hey, guys,
Deadly.
please be reverent, okay? Come on, guys.
Sorry,
Never mind.
sorry.
Okay. Machismo. Some people think so many things. So many things are not so. Never mind their taunts and stings. You and I, dear no.
Preach!
I don't know what the hell that meant. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Sounded like
Sometimes it just
he
comes
owned a
over
couple
me.
fields in the South right there.
Well, he did.
I feel like it was a
couple of
church.
people,
Yeah, he
you know?
did. He did. That was nice.
I just felt
Never
it just
mind
came
those
over me. I
people.
blacked out there.
Too. You were on your soapbox.
Yeah.
That
pretty
was the
nice.
original Tide Pod challenge, by the way.
Wow, I love that.
That
Okay,
is pretty
there you go.
crazy, huh? That book.
It is.
I don't have to look at it after because HOVI, he's like, I've been telling him to bring it, dude, and
Yeah,
he finally remembered. You know what I mean?
it's very
But
nice.
can
It's
you
only
tell
been 2 years.
Can you tell us an unsolved mystery really quick, Alice? And then because we got some stuff for Will, you think?
We do.
Oh.
You know, Will's thrills. You know.
Oh.
The mystery is what was the honest, harsh truth you needed to hear?
An honest, harsh truth. Dude, that's a hard one.
That's
kinda,
super
huh?
deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
We just kill a bunch of people and we're gonna get even more emotional, huh? Come on. Do you maybe have yours, Alice, ready? You think?
My harsh truth was that I wasn't pretty when I thought I was pretty.
What? Somebody told you what? So how it's like, oh, you ugly.
Yeah, someone said you have an ugly soul, and I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
That's not truth, though. So
That was the pastor. Come on, HOVI. Where are you
that's
taking
a
her?
lie. Then that's not truth.
I mean, they thought it was true. I mean, I guess at that point I was kind of true because I was kind of like, you know,
In your sinful days.
in my
I get it,
sinful.
you
Yeah, I
know,
was very
you
sinful.
repented, I
Mm.
get it.
Right?
You've
And
been
Easter's
saved.
coming along, you know, so I needed to be saved.
Sure.
Javi saved me.
Was it Jesus Christ? I ain't saving nobody.
I guess I'll go because I just kind of thought about it. In regard, I know I keep bringing this up, so if you guys are sick of hearing it, mute me, okay? Simmer the fuck down.
Simmer
But-
the fuck down, guys.
Be humble.
I had to realize I was the only person holding myself back if I wanted to do any of the art stuff I've been doing, right? I have access to money, a bunch of modern technology. I had to hear it from other people or myself, hey, if you want to do this, it's 100% on you. So it's get to it or it's never going to happen type of thing. So I had to strap my boots.
Do you know yours, Will, or no? Or you're still thinking?
That applies to life things too, not just the art. I just only use the art as the scapegoat, but yes.
Yeah. So one of my favorite MCs, one of my favorite people I've gained knowledge from throughout my life, and this is it's not a joke, this is real, is Sean Carter. And in one of his songs, he says, "What you eat don't make me shit," which is kind of a funny line, but at the same time, I had to realize that maybe because my friend over here is doing something doesn't mean that I'm doing something on that level. Doesn't mean that he or she needs to bring me along in order for me to do my thing. I'm the one who has to.
For you to eat, you gotta.
I need
feed
to make
yourself.
my own plate.
What more can I say, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
No, where's the love?
That's the Black
Where's
Eyed
the
Peas, guys. Come on, man.
Yeah. What you eat don't make me shit. Where's the love? Ain't no love in the heart of the city. Wow.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. I don't know why I thought. Yeah.
Nope. Yep. See, now I
I
look
told
like
you
a-
that was the Black Eyed Peas. So
Yeah.
where's the love? You guys.
Yeah, my bad.
It just goes to show third time's the charm. Let's go,
Right?
guys.
Let's go.
Well, I would probably say maybe for me, if I'm thinking about it, like my dad, nothing could please him. You know what I mean? So he was always like, it's not a good job. You know what I mean? So in a way, that was hard growing up, but then it's it makes you, I don't know, when you're older, it's just you always kind of have to give it your best. You know what I mean? It's no matter what you're doing, you just always gotta give it your best. So I would probably say that because first it would seem kind of rude. It's you feel like nothing's ever gonna, you don't get a compliment. You know what I mean? So that sucks. But now it's just I guess it just almost makes your work ethic way better because of it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. So
Is that an honest
you're
truth?
saying you never were told you did a good job.
Oh, but my dad, no, he would always
Gotcha.
find a way to criticize something that I did. So he's
Sure.
oh, you could have done this, or no, you know what I mean. So he would always
Mhm.
find a way. Nothing was ever perfect. To you could look at him dude, this is the best I did. And he's well, he would point out all the things that you did wrong, you know.
Sure.
So at first when I was younger, it's oh that you know kind of feels crappy. But now that I'm older, it's just I don't know, I like it because it's I just always do my best.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's natural now. Does that make sense? It's almost I don't have to try anymore. It's just I always just give it all my effort, basically.
Right. I think that's a hard thing as a father trying to, because I mean, my son brings me a picture. It's oh, this is great, and he's 4, so I'm not gonna be well, you know what, this line right here is a little fucked up. Okay, that doesn't even look like a cat. If I'm gonna be honest with you, but I think you want them to always feel like they're doing great things, and then at some point, I would hope that he would ask, like, what can I do better, or where do you see me being able to do better here, here, or here? And if not, then I'm not gonna, push any advice on him. But I think it's hard as a parent, to be honest with you.
Yeah, to be like, oh, that sucks. You know what I mean? Because it was hard as a kid. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I
'Cause
mean,
you're like,
I
dude,
would
what the
never say it
fuck?
sucks.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like I tried my best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, it's just like it's almost like you giving your best effort. That's just like natural. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's almost like now you're not even trying. You know what I mean? So you're just like how you're,
Yeah.
I guess, living. You know? So that's
Well, you
what I would
proved it when
probably
you
say.
ran that 40 in a 5.4.
You heard of that?
Just
I
I
heard
might
it.
be an athlete, dude. There was a rumor like,
His
have
first-
you ever ran a
first
40?
try.
You know, I thought it was a beer. You
he
were
didn't even know
doing
what the hell it meant. I said,
Edward
stand on the
Scissorhands.
40-yard line, run to the end zone. Did a great job.
You know, in there.
Yeah. Nice.
What about you, Javi?
My harsh truth was that I guess I used to make myself too available to everybody. I was too nice, maybe. So that would like stretch me thin. And now I've reeled it back. I don't really talk to too many people. I kind of like am more recluse, and I think that's the only one I can think of is my harsh truth is that I was making myself too available to everybody.
What made
And
you
I-
realize that?
I was told by a couple people.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, mostly my wife.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
And
couple
a
of
couple of homies too. Like, yo, why are you so nice? I don't. I try to be the opposite of what the world is right now,
hmm
or that's how I've always looked at it. But I don't know. But apparently, it was a bad thing as well.
No, but that is a
No,
good
no, no,
one,
no,
'cause
that's good,
because that fucks up your energy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
giving a bunch of good energy.
Altruism is pretty. If you don't know how to use altruism, means that you're very unselfish, where you put the needs of someone else before yours. And if you do that too often, it really does. It's not good for you. So
You don't focus on yourself. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that's a pretty good one. You
Yeah.
know. Do you got any other closing statements or anything like that? Any other regrets that you've thought about? Nothing like that.
No regrets.
Oh.
You just learn from it.
No regrets. Let's go.
Yeah.
no, I think I guess maybe to the conversation you two were having about like kids and stuff. It's like, how do you give someone hope but not too much in the sense that like it's lying
Like
to them?
overhyped.
False
them up.
hope.
And
Yeah.
then on the other aspect of it, when do you not justify their failures to where they can justify being a victim all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you remove hope from someone, you've eliminated their potential completely, I think, right?
Yeah.
But if you give them too much hope, then that can crush them too. So that's kind of
Yeah. So
Right.
it's like
so I think it's a balance. Like, and I think if you look at classism, I think that's the biggest problem. I don't think, yes, racism exists. There's a bunch of other stuff. I've always said this on this, but I think it comes down to class. Because when you're in the lowest possible bracket, or if you think you're in the lowest possible bracket, the way stuff is fed to you, whether it be social media, whether your friends around you, it's the victim mentality of you can never get better than that. So that's why I like asked before. I'm like, okay, cool. Eliminate that. Let's say you get to what you think you're going to. What are you going to do now with your life?
Yeah.
Because your identity is now being a victim as opposed to getting out of that rut. So,
Mhm.
and that's where I go with like my whole art thing, right? Like, it's obviously not a crippling victim mentality. I just wasn't doing art. But I'm like, I've made all these excuses. There's really no excuse outside of it. Let me just fucking do it. And, within 2 years, I've developed a lot more skills, and I could have been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
what was one of your hardest things that you had to change? You know, like one of the hardest changes that you had to make, like. So, you're like becoming an adult, you kind of things start to slow down a little bit more and you kind of understand yourself. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what was the biggest change that you had to make? Like, okay, I need to change this about myself or whatever.
I think, up until my wife and I had our son, I didn't really have to change much because I felt like I was really focused on my goals and what I wanted to do at the time. But when you have a kid, it just changes everything. The way you look at everything changes. So I really had to find better ways to manage my time, which I feel like I'm getting better at now. I mean, he's 4, and there's still days where I'm like, damn, I really need to do this, this, and this. But then also I don't have any time where I'm hanging out with him, just him or my wife or whatever the case may be. So time management has been the biggest thing that I've struggled with and tried to figure out. And I haven't mastered it by any means, but I've even gone to the lengths of like writing down what I'm going to do for the next day at night. break it out into different hours because with work, with school, with the podcast, giving time, wanting to spend time with my family, do things with my son, especially now at the age he's at. It's a lot of fun. And also showing, all the love I need to my wife. So time management has been the biggest hurdle that I still haven't mastered. Prior to having us having a kid, I felt like I had everything figured out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was like. Oh, I'm going at a good pace or whatever. Everything's good. Life's going great. Then you have a kid, and it, like you said, it does change like literally everything. Like the way you think about time.
Yeah.
Like your finances.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Even just people.
Yeah.
Like I had a big issue trusting people. Just him around people.
Because who you want to be around your kid and stuff like that? Or?
Yeah, that or just if we're out and about, like when we would take him to the mall, different things like that. And then I couldn't relax and just enjoy the moment. Him at a playground, I was constantly looking at other people, other kids. You know what I mean? Worried about what would happen to him. So it was a very I don't know, humbling, like just a weird, amazing, scary experience. This is the best way to.
You feel fulfilled, but you're on high alert at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you've gotten pretty good. You're pretty alert now, you think?
Yeah, and I've actually been able to calm down a bit too.
Yeah.
With that, because like I said, we couldn't go we would go somewhere, and I'd tell my wife, my anxiety was through the roof, worrying about like what could happen, rather than being in the moment.
I can't imagine that, because I'm not even detracting from you, but like he knows kind of how I am, and I think Javi's kind of seen it in action too. When we go out, I'm always like observing everything, because I do poor at trusting people unless I really know you.
Yeah.
So I'm always like scanning the room. Like even when we were watching the fights, when I knew it was like a lull because they were grappling, I'd keep my head on a swivel, because I'm always like, so that's why I struggle sometimes going out, because I'm always on the edge of my seat waiting for something to happen that might not happen.
I
can imagine that with my own. If I had a kid, that'd be times 100.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've always been that way, to where I would pay attention to things just from things, growing up and seeing certain things, and like, oh, if he would have been paying attention, that might not have happened to him, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, when you have a kid, it's like times a trillion. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah.
You guys think of those thoughts too? Like, cause I'll go there, I'll go to, like, if we went to the bar, I'm like, oh, what if somebody came in, walked here with a gun? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought of that.
And I always like, always for fun, I'm just like, oh, I would do this, I would grab, and I look
used
at
to
every
think like that
thing.
too.
Yeah. I think of it more from a practicality aspect as opposed to entertaining.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm by a wall, I can maybe duck, and hopefully he oversees me, whatever the case. Or even just like people that are like the neighbors that were being loud. It's just like my senses are always like sensitive to that shit, so it bothers me. And I'm trying to have a good time with my friends, so I don't want that to impede on it. So I'm like, now extra work to use energy to diffuse the energy I'm already experiencing nerves on. So
yeah.
So you get crazy like that hype?
Yeah, I mean, it's for years I was that way going out. Now, generally, when I went out, I was DJing, so I could see everybody anyways. The only people that were ever behind me were people that I knew really well and trusted on stages or whatever the case may be. So it wasn't as high strung then, but if I was just to go out, like when me and my wife were dating or whatever, and I would always pay attention to things, and just kind of, if someone didn't look right or was doing something weird, it would bug me, But now, like I said, with the sun, like, doesn't matter what it is. Always looking.
A bird might be chirping wrong. You know what I mean?
What is that bird?
Snatch
What?
his neck. You don't know what kind of crow is that?
Yeah.
Birdman walks in.
couple Russian spies. But we got a couple things for Will. Do you think
We have
so,
a couple gifts to bestow upon Will.
Maybe we'll see what I pull up first. Alice, you'll pull something at the end. Okay, not yet. Okay, relax.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, but we're gonna pull. He gave us something for sports,
Yeah, he did.
But we like to get a lot of vintage stuff, a lot of classic collectibles and stuff like that.
Indeed.
So first, I'm gonna start off with a gift, because he kind of became a little bit of my coach. He's trying to train me. He saw that I have potential, that I can still run fast.
Yeah.
Even though I'm 30, still peaking. Okay, guys. Yeah. So he said, "Oh, you got a little bit of potential, Jose Beefy. You know what I mean? I can turn you into an athlete. You know what I mean?"
That's crazy.
So if you can hand him this, Alice, it's a vintage DVD, because we've been no, this a VHS.
Oh my God, one of my favorites. Is that Jane Fonda? Get the fuck out of here.
You're gonna see her in tights and everything.
Oh,
She's gonna tell you to
snap.
sip on a glass of water after your
Look
little
how
plyometric.
nice that is taken care of. Okay.
Beautiful.
Look at
I'm
that.
trying to check the year here. Where is it?
That's called
Pull it up
near
the
mint
cassette.
condition.
Maybe the cassette has it.
86.
Yep.
Okay,
That's a
that's
fine wine
Oh.
right there.
Hey, sip, sip.
My new workout consists of 35-minute beginner's class with 12 minutes of aerobics and 55-minute advanced class with 16 minutes of aerobics.
You know what I just
Yeah.
heard? Drip.
Yep.
Drip, drip.
drip, drip.
because he's been training us. You know, he's like, oh, what workouts should we do? So now,
Yeah.
you know, he
Forget
can
about
watch
it.
that.
that.
Ideas.
Sundays are going to be on a whole other level after
He
this.
got a couple other workouts, and
I
Ooh,
love
I
that.
can't wait for next Sunday.
I love that.
then maybe should you explain this one, Hoss? You know, because this one's autographed and stuff like that.
It's autographed.
Of how we got our hands on this one.
Well, do you want to hand it so that they can hand it over? But
Okay, because this is a very special. He might need to, you know, frame this one.
we heard rumor through the grapevine that you might be an extra on one of these sets in this movie.
It's very possible.
This movie was filmed here in Utah,
Absolutely was.
and we were
Midvale.
talking baseball terms earlier when we were playing the game. So this is
Yeah.
right up your alley.
Who
you're
signed this?
You're basically a couple stitches away from looking like a baseball. So we
Yeah.
thought it appropriate
Thank you.
to give you the sand
Thank
log.
you.
Can you tell him who signed it?
Was that David Ingles?
It definitely wasn't. Yeah.
I don't know who it was.
Squints maybe,
Yeah,
because he might not have been able to see. So that $12.95. That's a bargain.
that's from back in the day.
Yeah.
That's in rubles, so it's very, very
Oh,
cheap.
okay.
It's
okay.
$2.
That makes sense. Love it. One of my favorite films of all time: Beast, Wendy Peppercorn.
I was scared of bees when I was a kid,
Oh,
dude.
me
Yeah.
too.
I
Yeah.
didn't even want to look at dogs, dude.
Yeah, and then I saw Beethoven. I'm like, oh, I have nothing to worry
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, exactly. Classic
Complete
film.
180. You know what I mean? So that's an
Jeez.
autograph. We don't know by who, but it's autographed by someone.
Yeah, we'll
okay?
go with Squints because it's kind of all over, and Squints couldn't see very well without his glasses. So
Stop Asian hate, guys. Okay? But we got another one.
thank
'cause
you. I love that.
He does sports. You know what I mean?
Yes, he does.
He talks about a lot of things now. He's got another podcast with the what's the
Jazz
Utah Jazz
Nation.
News,
Jazz
Jazz
Nation,
Nation
yeah.
News. You know, and we traded a player, Jazz fans, and who did we trade, Hoss?
We traded Mr. Ingles,
Mr. Ingles.
Jingle
a
Okay,
Joe.
beloved player for the Jazz Nation.
and now
I know
that-
you're not a Jazz fan, so you don't have the same
Yeah.
attachments.
Yeah, but
you
I-
understand.
I
it.
get it.
because
Yeah.
he's gonna be there this year. What is it? Or next year? He's gonna be there All Star Weekend. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah.
And people are gonna pretend they're all fans and that they're avid NBA fans. But what do we have for him, host, right here? Okay.
David Ingles. It's
Oh.
actually his uncle. So for those of you that are watching, just go ahead and tune in really quickly.
Is that I Want to Stroll Over Heaven with You?
Yeah, David
Jesus.
Ingles.
Oh
He's
my
his
God.
uncle.
Okay. So
Classic.
Joe.
You want to talk
Ingles-
about machismo?
Joe Ingles' his uncle? If you can add it to him. Okay, watch it because this one's a little bit tender.
very
This record
enlightening
is a little
story.
bit
Talk about
tender.
drip, drip.
But he's
Enlightening
got the
story.
Joe
Baby.
Ingles.
Look
Okay.
at that.
Look
So
at
you
that
guys are
hair,
talking about
though.
autograph jerseys. and stuff
Side
like that?
one, talk. I want to stroll over heaven with you.
It's a man who found God.
Yeah.
And you read
you
one of
know.
the verses from HOVI earlier, and
It's
we
true.
thought it would be appropriate. Look, we use our powers.
Mhm.
It all lines up.
Yeah.
David Ingles was a sad man at one point in his life. He
And-
dabbled in some recreational paraphernalia that we won't
I
name.
mean, sometimes it happens.
In the Australian League, that's what happens.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And he was in a dark place, and he found the light through music.
Yeah.
And now he shares through the gospel of his music,
Amen.
enlightening people's hearts and minds and spirits.
One thing I noticed here that the way that they put these songs together, one, talk. We're talking. Two, machismo works a little bit. I want to stroll over heaven with you. That's how the machismo
Yeah.
starts.
Yes.
Three, garment of praise.
Yeah.
We all know what happens
He's
there.
been undressing me with the size the whole time.
And then I will arise and go home.
Yep.
Last track on here, peculiar. You know, I left.
What a peculiar
Little-
encounter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Subliminal message.
so what happens?
It's-
You know what I mean?
It's a sign. I love that. Thank you.
And then we got one last thing before Alice gives him this
feel like I'm
another
with
vintage
Nardwuar
gift,
right now.
You know, but this one's not. It's nothing like these classic ones. This is more when you're on the go. You know what I mean? He's gonna be training. You know, we've been going to work out. Weight down, credit up with
Yeah,
the Chief
shout
Dre
out to Dre.
Rocka. So this is just
Oh,
in case
perfect.
Little
Yeah.
hygiene kit.
You want to stay
we need to
fresh.
shower a little bit. You know,
Yeah. Travel kit as well. You know, when the podcast blows up, I'm going to be traveling all
Travel.
over.
Yeah.
he can hold out. You know,
Yeah.
Shout out to Emma, Mob Deep. I need to get away.
Pert Plus. I
For
might
your
not.
beard.
yeah.
Okay.
One thing that I want a tip for all the gentlemen out there who are follically challenged like I am, but still have the horseshoe. One thing you can do if you're shaving daily, every other day, you use a cheap conditioner. I'm not saying Pert Plus is that cheap conditioner, but that's what you use in the shower to get that look.
Shout out to the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
Okay, and the final gift here that Alice will pull in a second. Before you do, Alice, this is from African Radio, a wound up. Can you tell them about what happened to the farmers in Africa, Hoss? Why they would use, because with the power grid and stuff like that before Akon got
Yeah,
there?
they didn't have access to solar panels. They had no access to wind or water power because they had nothing to generate it with. They had to rely on good old elbow grease. You heard of elbow grease?
Absolutely.
So it had a crankshaft. You just crank the bad boy. It charges itself through physics I don't understand. I'm just a doctor. I'm not a physicist.
Yeah.
And therefore, you are allowed to listen to the radio through it.
And he likes music a lot, you know what I mean? This is even more vintage, okay? This is from the, 1970s or something like that.
Oh my goodness, look at that bad boy.
But,
It's heavy, so you know.
this is a real classic.
This is the real, for real, free play, the wind-up radio from Beijing.
Built for tough, Patriot
Beijing.
Gang.
Beijing, China.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's my bad. Should we try it?
I think he's doing it the other way.
The other
He
way.
doesn't even know how to wind it up. Hey! Did you hear it a little bit?
Yep.
Yeah.
We need the mechanic to take care of it. You know what? We'll try it
The
offline.
tuning, you know, he tried to...
Yeah. It's
tuning.
the antenna wasn't up, but I'm sure if not, it's going to be a hell of a fan.
You know?
I love
But
it.
it does have the AC adapter. We just couldn't find one, you know?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I've got plenty of those.
So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you can adapt it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yep.
this, I think it only works in Africa, the crank one.
Oh, wait,
You
I
know
don't
what
think I had it turned on. Hold on, let's give that one more go. Sorry. Okay, no, it's still okay. It still sounds like the 94 Civic, but it's fine.
Hey, but you know what I mean? People pull up with the boombox. He pulls
Forget
up
about
with
who's it.
this.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Pull up to the
Breaking
workout.
three?
Look out of here. Comic music. Guess who's back?
Thank you. Great gifts. I appreciate
You know
that.
what I mean? So people are like, you know,
Yeah.
so you can have that. You listen to music
Yeah.
like us. You like it, you know. So we got
Absolutely.
people like boomboxes with a crank radio. Okay?
Yeah, nobody has
Yes.
this. You ain't got this, you know.
Bored at
Who has
home,
one of
crank
those?
one out.
Yeah,
Huh?
Will Wonder does.
exactly.
Look-
Crank one out at home when I'm alone.
Look at that. Huh?
Look at that.
Still
Probably not
right.
even the view of the
You know what I
camera.
mean?
Only if your PSP had that kind of reception.
I had to sit on top of the bunk bed for that.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Great
Yeah.
gifts. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Oh, but Alice is telling us we need a little bit of wholesome advice. You know, she's telling us to wrap it up.
You think so? I mean, that is wholesome advice.
Wrap
Mhm.
it
You
up.
think that's
Wrap it
wholesome
up.
advice? So wrap it up.
Yeah.
A quick one. So you wanted to wrap it up?
Yeah. I could do that one. Or someone else go first.
I thought of one when we were talking this. So if you're always talking about all my haters or all people are holding me back or I hate all you, you know, I don't know, people and I'm around all these snakes and I'm gonna cut the grass, the snakes are gonna come out. You know what I mean? You're always talking about how all those people are motivating you, the haters from motivators. Get new friends, okay? That has to say more about you than the other people. Because if you're affiliated with all these people, I'm never talking about haters. Am I talking about haters? About snakes in the grass?
Absolutely not.
You know? I'm not talking about that. You know, I'm out there gardening, guys,
The
okay?
only one you talk about is the Garden of Eden one, you know?
I'm here with the Zen Master, Jimmy Tatsumaki, okay? So if you're always in that mindset, oh, you know, I got all these snakes, all these people after me, all these haters, their fuel motivation, like that's sad. That shouldn't be your fuel. That shouldn't be your motivation. You know, your haters, like change your group of friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Find something new.
Thank you. That actually kind of triggers back to what I was saying earlier in regards to like the whole hope concept, right? Maybe that'll be my wholesome advice is give someone hope. Like if giving someone hope is one of the best things you can do, it doesn't cost any monetary money. It does cost time and investment, but it's one of the greatest gifts you can bestow on someone because you've given them some sense of, they have to have their own too, but at some point that might serve as a catalyst for them to actually step up and do something. And that's not determined by gender. It's not determined by social class. It's not determined by anything other than, oh, now I have hope. Now I can do something with it. So if you see someone, if you're close, back to your point of being friends, Give someone hope, help them out.
Encouragement. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But also surround yourself with good people that would encourage you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about over there, the wrap-up community? What do we got?
I would say don't stretch yourself thin. Make sure you have a plan. Schedule out your day, like Will over here.
He stole his. See? Freaking
Son
happy.
of a bitch.
Hey, it's a little bit. I'm picking from everybody, right? Don't be too giving. You know, keep an eye out. That way you don't have to deal with all those haters. And yeah, that's it for me.
All right, and the ice agent. We've missed her, you know? Maybe she's gonna
I
play
definitely
something
have.
nice.
Just, be there for, I mean, it's basically what everybody's saying. Support those who obviously have big dreams that that can go far, like us. I mean, I supported you guys from afar, and thankfully you guys brought me into the show, and now we're all just one big support group, and we're supporting everybody else, like Will Wonder, the other side of the Beehive, Dre, Glocko, and all them. Like, just support the people that that can do big things, because at the end they're going to support you too, and you're going to just all of you are just going to come back up and rule the world in a sense.
Not Glocko, he's a piece of shit.
Okay,
Come on,
well,
man.
that's you, but I support Glocko.
Yeah, she said you, Glocko. That's you. But that's nice, wholesome advice from Alice, But what about Will, He's got some...
I think to round it out, two things. So, just the simplest way to say this is don't be a dickhead. I don't know if that's a wholesome advice, but
Yeah,
you
don't
know,
be mean.
no matter the race, the gender, who they pray to. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just be kind to everybody. And also check in on everybody from time to time. Like, even if someone looks like they're doing really well, they're having a great time, check in on people, because you don't know really what they're going through, especially in a day like today where everything on Instagram looks so fucking nice, and I mean, I got off of Facebook years ago, but everything's through a filter, right? Just check in on your people. That's what I would say.
Yep.
That's pretty
Fans,
nice.
you guys think we're so happy all the time because we're laughing. Deep down, we're hurting inside. You've never checked on us.
Turn
You've
off
only
the lights,
asked
we
for
start
things.
weeping, huh?
Yeah.
Jose's microblading over
You know
here.
what I mean? I'm a microblader for a reason,
Yep.
But now the floor is yours, Will. You can say whatever you want. Promote your stuff. You can plug away,
Oh,
Absolutely.
this is actually why I came here. So, no, I do a
blame you.
podcast, the Will Wonder Pod. We talk about music. We talk about sports. Have some fun interviews. Had everyone here a couple weeks back, or last week actually.
Last week,
So that comes out every Wednesday. Will Wonder Pod. That's wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, the Instagram is at the Will Wonder Pod. Super easy. I also just started doing JazzNation podcast, where I'm kind of the voice of reason for a lot of jazz fans who either are trying to jump off a bridge because everything's burning and the sky is falling, or the Jazz are the best team
best
in the
ever.
history of
Yes.
the association.
Yep.
So check both of those out. JazzNation podcast usually comes out on Mondays. We just recently put out an episode. We interviewed the first DJ for the Utah Jazz, DJ JOHJ, and then we also look forward to the playoffs. So, yeah, that's me.
The Jazz are in the playoffs?
They are. Yep.
Unfortunately.
Number
you know what I mean?
5 seed.
Oh.
Yep.
And then anything else? Any shout outs? Anything like that you want to do?
Shout out to my wife for just being so understanding and letting me chase this dream of being a podcast billionaire, which, we got a couple more months to see if that happens. But no, really just holding me down and giving me time to go do things like this on a, weeknight. And then also just everyone who is pushing forward, doing positive things, helping other people's out, everyone who listens to the Will Wonder Pod, everyone who listens to the Beans and Rice podcast. Let's just keep it going. You know what I mean? And your eyes. My God.
Hey,
You keep looking at me like that. We're going to turn these cameras off.
And tell me
Give him a
what
map.
it
This
is
guy's
you
getting lost
see.
out here. That being said, thank you for coming on, Will.
Thank
It's always a good time with you.
Yeah, it's been fun getting to know you. You're pretty cool, dude.
Thank you.
He's
Same.
my coach
Same with
now
you all.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yep.
He's been pretty.
Show him a bit more
He's been
respect,
okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hype him up that much. Come on.
Yeah.
He's all right. You know?
Pretty soon it's gonna start. I mean, I fear I'm going to be reading headlines of, like, you know, the Olympic coaches with the gymnastics. Yeah, you two guys. But that being said, we're
Machismo.
signing out. It's the Butter Pecan.
Puerto Rican.
Oh, it's the next to me.
Both of them. We
Both
got
of them. We got
Filomeno,
El
El
Jibaro
Jibaro,
and Jimmy Tatsumaki, the peaceful one.
protester below them,
Larry, Winter
the
Soldier.
Winter Soldier, and then your boy Jose Beefy.
666
And next to me, I got the Ice Agent, the Paw Patrol,
on the ones and twos. The Wizard of Oz.
Ice Agent Alice.
Alice. Emphasis on the ice.
And then the
Omega not in the
not
bodega.
in the bodega in the Catholic community though.
Mr. J48
48?
himself.
Woo.
Hobby.
Viva Cristo Rey, guys.
Okay, let's go. And then finally we got.
Mr. Will won the.
Well, let him say. You know.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, that was perfect. We'll just stick with that.
Well, that's it.
Yalopisha Salem. Thank you for coming through, my homie.
And una vez más.
Itadakimasu.